Love the new theme music. I missed a lot.
First of all, fuck you.
Hey, I wasn't being sarcastic.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Apple. Fuck you.
That's my kid right now.
Oh no.
Alright, I know. So, hello and welcome back, all.
What?
What?
Where are we?
This is a 5th edition D&D podcast set in
Space.
There we
I
go.
thought this was Call of Cthulhu. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm in the wrong room.
We play by a some custom house rules. Our characters are a little different. So not
I'd say.
everything is by the book. Some things are a little...
Yeah, so shut it, rule
Strange.
lawyers.
Some things are a little stretched.
Yep.
It's more fun that way.
Sometimes people want to wear boxes as hats.
And I look damn good doing it.
Sure.
You know what?
We'll
In
go around.
solidarity of this hate,
We'll go around,
I join you, Clifford.
See? It's gonna catch on.
introduce ourselves
It's a trend.
for people not watching.
Trends. Mine won't stay because my head is too fat.
You started this, so you're starting it.
Yeah, I'm starting it. I'm Cliff. I play Clyde Horncarver. He's a Bardbarian.
I'm Chetasia. I play Danica, the Fire Genasi Druid. I was on top of it this time.
Hey! Didn't have to go with my name?
What am I again?
You do spells. That's on my name.
I'm Korben Ewer, and I play Oisin Briste, the human Artificer Ranger.
And I am Michael, and I play Zanner Fargrimm, a deep gnome mystic.
And I am
Yeah.
MacKenzie, playing the rest of the goddamn universe.
Yep. I describe that
That's-
to everybody.
you know
whenever
what?
they're
That's
like,
fair.
It's the only
what's
way you can-
D&D? And I'm like, oh, our DM or our GM. And they're like, what they do? Everything. They're everybody.
Quick
Everybody but
recap.
4 people.
Last episode,
He has to play a full universe to match his ego.
Oh.
Yeah.
Danica,
We're gonna die now.
Yeah.
Danica, Zanner, and assisted by Desmond, went to save Oisin from some human experiments,
About to be one himself.
while
No.
Clyde was off
Fiddling with the
traipsing around.
butterflies.
They saved him, got out, returned to the ship, and are now waiting for Oisin, Zanner, and Desmond to quit messing around with the engine and get it set up so that they can leave to deliver their next batch of goods.
Is Clyde still on the ship?
Clyde is there.
We
but
did message after we got Ocean
Oh, okay.
to let him
A
know
moment.
we found him.
One of these
Moment
days I'm
of,
gonna forget that thing.
housekeeping. Clyde, there's a good 6 hours unaccounted of what Clyde was doing. You had just found out Oisin has been kidnapped. You drop his communicator, run out the bay door. Where'd you go? What did you do?
Well, obviously I told everybody, hey, Ocean's kidnapped.
No.
What the fuck? What do you mean?
No. You straight up didn't say anything. You just dropped it and ran.
Well, somebody
you
didn't
see-
give me enough context to what happened.
see-
Thanks, recappers.
I literally said you ran. You dropped it and ran.
Yeah, she did. But Clyde also has this thing of attention span.
Oh, you want me to roll one of
You-
those
or
to
you
see
mean
exactly what
no,
happened?
Lack thereof.
No, that's what happened. Clyde didn't have a good attention span and just left.
No, he didn't. You're right.
Yeah.
He got like 5 feet out. I'm gonna go fight somebody. It just, I'm gonna save Oshine. Never mind, I'm gonna go fuck a bird up.
So that's what Clyde did.
Well, depending on what time of day it was,
It was about midday.
then there would be no fight
No.
clubs. But he's gonna go find one. He's gonna fucking
Start a
attempt.
And here I assumed he was just beating
That's a
up
good
people in alleys like, where's Ocean? I don't know who that is.
Where is he? Dude.
After a couple hours, it is not hard to find out that there aren't many people just fighting in the area. And you do notice that all the guards are on like high alert and are searching. They're tearing barrels apart. They're going into people's houses violently.
What's going on?
You asking a guard? Or
Yeah.
just a guard stops and goes, "You were in the arena, right? You were one of the people who...
Yes.
Ah, your friend there, Oshine, the funny-looking human. He's gone missing, and we're We're searching for him.
And it's like an epiphany hits. Oh shit! That's right too! And I take off. You don't know where the fuck I'm going, but I'm gonna go searching.
Give me a D6 roll.
A D6?
A D6.
A
A
6?
6. You end up searching in like the higher,
Everywhere.
in like the higher, more fancy parts of town.
Yep.
You know,
You're gonna
people
come
just
across Ickis.
walking around, real nice clothing. There's female Aarakocra walking around with like parasols. You see like a couple like elves and whatnot and other races. They're all just like conversing. It's
And I'm
very-
like panic, like grabbing people's collars. Have you seen Oshine?
just. I just said this is very uncalled for.
Where is Oshine?
After about 10 minutes of doing this, eventually the guards come forth and like, sorry, you're gonna have to come with us.
I haven't found him yet.
Come with us, please, sir.
Tell me you found him.
Sorry, you need to calm down. You need to come with us.
Tell me you found him.
You can see they're getting closer, and eventually they get close enough to put their hands on your arms, and they're like, you need to come with us.
Thanks, cracks.
Right. It fits the current tense situation. Kind of defeated. Fine.
They lead you to a building. It's a really large building. Doesn't really fit the aesthetic of the rest of the place. You know, everything's kind of nicely built, very organic looking structuring. This is like just slabbed stone walls, and they bring you inside.
You're not putting me in jail, are you?
We're just gonna have you sit down and relax for a
No,
bit.
I'm not doing that. Bye. And
I
I
need
like.
you to make a opposed strength roll.
Oh, a strength. Just straight strength?
Just
18.
18.
I just fucking top hat dance my way out that fucking door.
You just failed.
Of course I
They got a 17 with +2.
I didn't even get this first note before he was restrained again.
did. It's dun, dun, dun.
You go to do it, and there's just like 2 more behind you, and they're just like, no, just sit down. They sit you down like beside a desk and hand you some hot chocolate.
The coloring book.
I kind of like just with
There's a
the
couple-
mug. Just
Take the coloring book back.
Onto one of the.
no, I like throw it against a wall.
Okay.
No, I don't splash a guard. That will end me in jail.
So a couple of the
Damn it! I won.
Aarakocra guards are sitting there, and they wait for a bit before they take your reasoning for running around the higher district, shaking people violently and causing a disturbance.
Yeah, I'm causing a disturbance. Yet somebody's been kidnapped under your watch.
Yes, well, you're not helping the situation.
Well, I'm trying to. Better than what you're doing. You're containing me, trying to solve a situation, and you're taking me out of the situation.
You've been deemed a threat by the.
Oh, I'll show you a threat. And I thunderwave.
Oh.
They fail. No matter what the save is, they have failed.
Oh, actually though? Oh, yeah, I mean, like, really, it's a 13. You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay,
It's a
well,
bad situation.
that's 2D.
I don't know if General Tallis can cover this up too.
Yeah, no, I don't know either.
Maybe that's why he was like, "This is the last one, guys."
Yeah, that's probably
That's a
why
8,
this was the last favor he had to pull. Because he had to pull.
10, 11,
Asshole friend,
I thought
you
it was
could
my-
avenge my guards.
I thought it was my fault.
16 points of thunder damage, and they're all pushed 10 feet away.
They're all pushed back in various ways, and I think this is a taller room, so the Aarakocra like fly around.
And
have, like,
everything that's not
desk
bolted
mounts
down,
and all.
gone.
Paper
They have wings.
everywhere. I need you to roll a stealth roll for me, please.
Stealth?
Stealth. Yeah.
You really want me to try and roll a stealth?
You know what? With advantage.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cocked. Oh, that's worse. It's literally cut the other dice in half. 12?
12. So the papers go everywhere. They're all blown back, and under the cover of all the papers being blown everywhere, you slip out.
Fuck
As you
yes.
get out the front door, there's like 3 guards behind you coming out, and they're in chase.
I'd run.
They're mad. They're covered in shredded pieces of paper.
I just keep running.
I got a paper cup while drinking my lemon juice, damn it.
What is your speed?
40 feet?
40 feet? So it does take a bit. It takes, 10, 20 minutes of just running. feeling exhausted. You're sweating. Your clothes stink now.
Yeah,
It makes it kind of hard when you run too, because like your horn just lets out a little.
The wind did it. I'm this way.
Before eventually you end up in a familiar alleyway, and you are amongst all of the rabble.
Oh,
in
the
area.
fighters.
No, like all the poor people who are just like living in little hovels and shit.
So I quickly do take any guards behind me.
No.
I quickly take off my jacket, undo the tie, roll up one sleeve, untie one shoe, go on the ground and just start walking.
You're gonna
Disguise self without the magic.
I thought you were gonna
Give me a
grab some
deception
hobo's
roll.
blanket.
Huh?
Give me a deception roll.
Natural one. It's like a couple pebbles. Like,
Yeah.
I totally am incognito.
But
You
you just
guys-
no. Proof.
You dirty the front of your shirt, and you go to like start walking away. You didn't dirty the rest of you. You know, your back's still clean.
Just like
Your
Yeah,
sleeves
it's
are
disguise
still
the
clean.
painted face. That's why
Your face
you
is
do the
clean.
classic roll around.
You get out the other side of the alleyway system, and there are a couple more guards. And they spot you, and they start chasing again.
Oh
I
man.
need you to give me an athletics check.
Oh God!
Does
It was you.
Yep, it was. I saw that you would.
Does he have disadvantage because one shoots untied?
Why'd you have to say
I'm
something?
gonna say no right now because he has speed on this.
Athletics?
Yeah,
That's not so bad. That's a 13.
13.
It's better than a 6.
So
Or a natural one.
That too. I can't believe it.
even though you are faster, they are keeping pursuit. Anytime you take a corner where you might lose them, they fly over the buildings and catch up. And
Oh,
It's just
fucking
a-
bird people.
it's just a bit of that, you know.
Damn it. It's one of those things like duck around a corner. I'll ask him. Oh, fuck off.
Give me a perception roll.
That's better. Perception?
Yeah,
Where'd it go? There it is. It's a 15.
15. You have a brief window that I am giving you just because I'm being nice.
Oh, yeah.
Where you see a familiar storefront, you duck in as the birds fly by you, and
I'm in Granny's.
yeah, you turn around and there she is, and she's just in the middle of like sewing some fake flowers onto a bonnet.
Hi. And I'm just fucking drenched.
The
and
last person
I just
she covered it in dirt.
I just slide down the door like, did they fly by?
Yes, dear. Just hold on. You can just wait it out here. Upside with the guards around here, they're not the greatest. So just
I don't know, they're keeping up pretty good.
give them 20 minutes and they'll be on something else. After a bit of time goes by, you get a little message from Danica come through the bracelet.
We found him. You can come back to the ship.
Great. Great.
That was exactly how Kenzie made it sound.
Yes!
You return to the ship.
Yes!
Defeated looking.
That was exactly how Kenzie made it out.
Yes!
They are,
We are so good!
they are kind of battered looking as you arrive.
My shirt or my
Jacket.
is just slumped over my shoulder. I'm not even holding on to it. It's just like, if it stays, it stays.
You're definitely feeling quite tired.
Good, you're back. Don't do that again. And I walk right on by them and fall.
About 10 minutes later, you hear Amy walking by the door of the common, or the crew quarters, and she's doing
Fuck,
something.
I didn't even make it that far.
Let's say you did.
Okay, sure.
And she's saying something to someone. She's like, yes, and Oisin has taken off again for some reason.
I just kind of not like, but I just do the, oh, fuck do you mean he took off again?
He said he had to converse with someone. I
Fucking-
wasn't paying attention.
Enough to know that he wandered off again.
Yes. Hopefully, he does not disappear again. But, half an hour, 40 minutes go by. You're almost in that point of sleep. And you just hear Oisin return. Desmond chuckling a bit behind him, just like, you had to get an escort home?
Not my choice.
You got an escort. You're not 5. Like, you disappear once, and what's the city think? You're a child?
A drunk child.
They don't really like humans, so can't really,
Okay, well, get some rest. We've got work to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just chuckle in the cot. Just, you got an escort. I'll have to remember that.
You all settle in, get a
Can you
little
spell
sleep.
it?
No.
Wake up in the morning, and the next 2 days, majority of the crew is going to be spent trying to get the engines and the thrusters functioning.
Fuck, you can't
Properly
prove
made.
that.
Set
I
up
just thunderwaved
to
a
the-
bunch of
yeah.
cards.
Set up to the battery. Set up to the.
Yeah, it will take a little
That's
bit.
gonna bite me in the ass later.
Um,
Yeah. You said it did about a day and a half
It did.
of all 3 of us working on it.
Because
Yeah.
we have no more favors from Talus.
Yeah.
No, that's because of you.
No,
So-
I'm thinking now it's because of you.
So,
It's because of you.
Yeah, but
not
we can always
because of us.
we can always build up more
Yes.
goodwill.
I need the 2 of you to make tinkering rolls, please.
I was gonna say I can't say much. He did help me kill a bunch of Kenku.
Am I helping him or
Oh God.
Just do it in
are we just doing it?
Individually.
Okay.
Individually, it's for 2 different things.
Ooh. Fuck.
Remember, you have a
Fuck.
Inspiration.
inspiration
Just a-
die.
Oh no.
I do. I thought that. we
Kenzie
didn't.
forced you to give it.
I
Yeah.
Forced you to take it.
He
Yeah,
forced
but
it on
It
you.
won't affect a natural 1, right?
Oh.
A natural
No.
one's a natural 1.
That's why it was just
So,
a fuck.
yeah.
15.
15
That's
and
better.
a failure.
And a failure.
You get the
That's rough.
everything hooked up. It looks fine, and you go to just like test fire to make sure everything's functioning properly, and something's not working. You're probably gonna have to spend another
My
day
ears are warm.
tinkering with it.
Which means another roll.
We'll get to that.
Another day.
Oisin, as
Great.
you've
Like
been
you.
working on stuff and you're looking at the computer, very easily, at the advice of Desmond and Viri, you have a little button on your device to turn off and on the jump drive. It's going to be questionable anytime you jump to a place that you haven't been before. Okay? Very similar to like the teleportation spell.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you use the jump, you're going to have to do 100. Roll a d100.
I like that. That's a good
no.
way of doing it.
It's a good way of doing it, but oh no.
Oh yeah, this could fuck us right up.
Like,
Yes, it
Hey,
can-
listen.
in the Sword
I
Coast,
get a D100 on my engine. He has an attention span issue.
Yeah, we're gonna get fucked right up.
You can't even go near any moisture, and he's
She
not
don't
allowed.
even want
He's
it.
not allowed on certain roller coasters. We all have our problems.
but just think of it though. Sword
I am
Coast.
now with my broom.
No. He meant height wise.
So as you are tinkering with that and you get it set up,
Yeah,
you
one
also
ramshackle.
notice that for some reason the ship's log didn't
I'm
log
from a different
the
fucking dimension.
travel.
Leave me alone.
from
I'm a star, okay?
when you dropped the part of the star in to when you arrived on the other side, or the return journey. It didn't log that, so you are going to have to manually log the time and distance that you travel between
Thousands of
these.
light years.
Or stealth drive.
If you don't set it up, the rolls will be harder.
Ooh. You
'Cause you
gotta
won't have a
manually
good
log it
idea.
so you
Oh.
can remember where you went.
All right. I guess with that extra day we have, I'll
Yeah.
spend it logging that.
I'm telling you, as the player, you're going to have to do that as
Oh
well.
fuck me.
Ah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to write it down.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
Ooh, nice new book.
I've had these for months.
Yes.
I just don't pay attention.
Clyde.
Clearly.
I can tell.
You also roll an in-life attention span.
It's better than.
Oh.
It's better. Anyway.
No,
Ah.
I don't want to get hit by sidetrack. Side die.
I'm gonna request you help me with formatting of that.
Okay. So,
Yes.
as you sleep, not now.
Sorry, it's
Don't
not
want
fun.
another one of
I
those.
was waiting for him to get another dice.
Don't worry, we have the
Right in the mouth.
we have the awake Cliff on standby.
Why do you think I have one of these?
You fall asleep,
Pleasure.
and as you are dreaming,
Yes.
you are seeing yourself sort of like floating through space.
Oh,
Your
goody.
skin's nice and warm, and there's
This-
ships all flying around you
This
and
isn't right.
shooting at each other.
This isn't right at all.
And as like one ship goes by, you can see in the glassing of it that it's not you. Like it's not this Clyde.
It's
It is
a different Clyde.
yes. It is Kosh.
Oh, shit.
First.
Hang on.
It's been long enough. I don't remember which ones.
Kosh is
In
the
a-
fire one.
Yeah.
Cars.
Yes, Kosh is the star.
Which one's in the Clyde body?
That
What do you mean?
is-
I don't know. You're the one who gave them both names that start with K.
Right?
It's true.
One
No,
starts with
Q. Kars is
Like,
the
we
one that
can
is
tell.
Clyde.
Okay. So Kars.
Okay. I have it here. Just give me a second. Kosh is the star. Kars is the copy Clyde.
Okay.
Cars.
Kars is the copy Clyde.
So
Okay.
Kars is who you're seeing through right now.
I'm seeing through Kars.
Yeah, through his eyes. As you
Okay, so-
fly through space for a bit, eventually you find yourself getting close to like a planet's surface.
We're in space.
And you're getting closer and closer until your eyes vary into another individual. You're walking around, all these little like things squishing between your feet.
Ew.
And you look around and everything looks gross, very. Give me a intelligence roll.
Very Detroit at night.
6.
6.
Wait. It might be an 8. No, it's a 6. Couldn't remember which one had a +2.
Uncontrollably to yourself, you let out a little giggle. Sounds feminine to your ears. And
A female Clyde?
there's all these like
Claudette?
phallic. There's all these like phallic things around you. You know, some are like 3-4 stories tall, and some are like tiny little things. But it's funny. You're just like walking through a field of dicks,
Are they mushrooms?
and then you tune back in, and you wake up the next morning.
Mushrooms?
In Dick
There's
Forest.
an eldritch realm of Cox, Johnsons, Richards, and galore.
Okay, so
Forest of Bellends.
I feel like it's a female Clyde. Like, Clyde sits up and he's like, okay, so there's a female one of me, and I'm going to assume they weren't actually dicks, they were mushrooms.
Why couldn't it be mountains of man meat?
Actually, I'm going to go talk to Zanner.
Okay.
Zanner?
Do you know much about dicks?
You know much about dicks? No,
On a subject I'm actually very versed in. So,
anyways, I had a dream last night. It's getting there, don't worry. At first it was like a space battle. I was looking through Kars's eyes, and then it shifted. Walking around on this like squishy place. I think there's a female version of me. Now, I know you can go back into my brain and see past things. You've seen some of my dreams before. I need you to go back in and tell me either if they were a mushroom forest or a dick forest. I need to know.
oh my god, I'm not sure I want to do this.
I don't think I wanted to remember this, so
I can give it a try. I don't know what my chances are, but I'll make the effort.
Can you give me an intelligence roll first?
not again. A 9?
A 9. Okay. So you go to link in. It takes a moment to connect into a specific dream that Clyde
Really are
had.
gonna
Yeah, you just
Once
fuck
upon a
your
time.
dial up.
Give me an intelligence roll.
I just mentioned Clyde at a desk, like, just sit in the waiting room as you bring up a memory.
17.
Smile.
17. You connect, and you're seeing through Clyde's eyes, and yeah, it looks like a forest of just cartoony dicks.
Damn it! Oh no.
Oh no.
It is the peen.
It is the thing that is known as the peen.
It is the
Alright.
phallic forest.
No,
Without saying anything,
The floppy phallic forest.
Like it doesn't look real where you are. It looks like a
Okay.
child's shrine of just a forest of dicks.
What kind of?
okay.
I'm not gonna.
So I would
don't
note
ask
that
into
then.
it.
I would note that it seems like
Seems-
something that's been imagined.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll still make a representation of it and show him. This is what you saw.
Like
yeah.
on the wall? Like,
What
is
I
there
saw-
going to be a forest of dicks?
No, I'm just using any kind of loose scraps of paper, packing slips, a piece of wood,
Okay.
anything that
Is it
I
on
can
one
find.
of the crates?
Anything phallic enough.
Pulls down his
Okay.
pants. It looked like this.
Yeah, the Pecker Valley, whatever you want to call it.
I was afraid of that.
Hey, look, there's a woodpecker.
And there's a woodcock.
Can we not talk about the penis planes right now, guys?
You made it happen.
That was amazing.
Clyde's the character that's dumb enough for it.
Anyways, let's talk about this cacophony of
Cocks.
cluster.
Oh no, that's what you get.
Really.
For the phallic fantasy.
Danica, as you're sitting there quietly, you know, crates have been loaded up. It's kind of stuffy. Some are having to be stored in other places, as they're just there's slightly not enough space.
We're a little overloaded.
Yeah. But it is at this point that you hear like a little as the person who is usually closest to the bay doors,
Okay.
given where the greenhouse is.
Go to investigate. Where's me?
Walking down the
What the
bay,
fuck was that?
walking towards the bay doors, past some of the crates, kind of hard to see. There's like a little procession making its way towards the ship.
Uh-oh. King Talus.
Uh-oh.
There, you know, there's like
Should
some
we go
trumpeters,
fast?
and you see like this palanquin being carried behind them until
Dude
it,
can fly.
it eventually gets there.
It's royalty,
And they sit it
man.
down, and one steps forward, announcing the illustrious King Talus, second of his name. And he steps up and says, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
GT Junior.
We had a visitor come to the castle, looking for you guys.
Oh,
Oh no.
what type of visitor?
I hope they don't want us to store something.
Specifically looking for you. So
Oh,
Him?
that's exciting.
yeah.
Are they still there?
You see like a little palanquin coming up. And fly, I don't know why I had it sit in it. Just hold on. When it gets closer, eventually they sit down. And out walks this little ball with like little twiggy legs and twiggy arms and like little wings on its back. And it's got like a big eye in the center of it, and it comes towards you, and it's like,
What the fuck?
"You must be Danica! Good to see you. I've been instructed to archive anything that you accomplish in your travels.
Oh no.
What's your name?
I've been instructed to archive anything you do within your travels."
Can I roll to see if I know what the fuck this is?
Sure, I'll give the group collectively
Oh god.
history checks or intelligence rolls, whichever you choose.
Boy, that ain't good.
It's a 10.
Mm.
Usually
It's
good
a
in
metal-
most.
It's a metal-looking ball.
It
that
you know
can
it's a,
talk.
it's a 10, which is good in most
Far as
scales. Not
Clyde-
in this one.
As far as Clyde knows, it's
22.
an enchanted
22.
ball bear.
Okay.
15.
15?
10.
10. So you two, it looks like a sentient
10.
metal
High five.
construct of some form.
That's 20.
Yeah.
We should be able to put the pieces
Share our
together.
brains.
Or half
Oh,
a
Sean.
brain of a whole idiot.
You
Sums
know
us
about
up.
the same amount, you know? kind of strange. It seems very rudimentary looking.
Bulbous.
But you recognize this as being a drone from the Mechanist system. And it just, they usually go out, archive stuff, and return to their home plane.
So we're going to have to deal with this.
That's it.
For the
Danica.
rest of the time that
Out
we're
of
playing
game,
this game.
it's a monodrone. You
Danica.
can only do one thing.
It's been sent by, and I do this to her alone because I don't know if she wants it shared. It appears to have been sent by Mechanist.
Oh. Then I'm just thinking back to him. He did say he would be checking up on me. I guess this is how he's doing so.
And it's just standing there. And the
And
entire
I'm
time
just
it's
kind of, like, I'm kind of over there, and I'm just kind of like poking, knocking on it.
you can hear, like, gears, like, clicking inside it as you're close.
I, like, literally, like, put my ear up against it.
It
Click, click,
sounds
click,
like
click,
various
click.
clicking. It's kind of warm to the touch. You can see like two little vestigial arms below what is its mouth. They're writing in a little book.
That's weird.
I propose, again, I propose we call this thing Widget.
I like that name.
Widget. Widget's
So,
a bitch.
so I say out loud, I'll be like, your name is Widget.
It's just looking towards you. I have been instructed.
Don't talk to it. Don't talk to it.
Do you know how to say anything
Document
else?
anything that happens. And it just continues writing.
Does I lean over to Zanner? Why does it keep repeating that?
In Star, I'm gonna say.
Let me see if I can find it. If it's
Communicate in other languages.
Standing there. It doesn't respond to you.
I'll attempt to probe it telepathically.
Okay.
Oh God!
You guys have the Dick Forest on your mind.
So, give me a sanity check as you try to connect to this
Okay.
creature.
Be nice.
No, I don't have a digit.
Bingo number, but alright.
Widget took your
Whoa,
digit.
failed that one. 3. My sanity's 8.
That is a 3, right? Yeah.
It's just a constant stream of, I have been instructed to die.
Oh,
I have been instructed to die. Over and over
It's just
and over.
echoing and over top and overlapping
So,
and just whoa.
again, can I try a Arcana check to see if there's any sentience, or would that be Arcana? If there's any magical life in it,
Yeah, try.
or if it's just a machine.
You can try.
I have been instructed. Starts talking in just
4,
different accents.
and so a 15.
There's a hint,
Probably like
but
But it
it's
appears to.
it seems to be alive in the same manner that, like, you know, any machine with any
Advancing.
rudimentary
But it's not like
AI.
there's no actual,
Yeah, no.
sentience.
It-
Okay, so I'll report that to the
Something
group.
magical is keeping it alive.
But it's not sentient.
No.
I'll report that. It says it appears to just be a machine that's following its orders, and all it's ever going to do is record what you say and tell us that's what it's going to do.
hey, what are you gonna say, Widget?
It just looks at you. I have been.
Oh, this is gonna get fun.
Great. At least he has hours of entertainment, while the rest of us gets hours of annoyance.
Come on, Widget. I want you to tell Desmond what you do.
I try and pick it up. Is it heavy?
Very.
Okay.
It weighs a good, like, 600 pounds.
Woo.
I leave it.
It's pure metal.
It's like this big,
Oh, okay,
and
so
then
it's
has arms. on
bigger
it.
than I was expecting. That.
Yeah,
But
it's not
can-
like it's a football.
It can levitate.
I was gonna say we've seen a monodrone
levitate?
before,
No.
like the
No.
actual
It's just
monodrone.
walking around.
It walks.
They're quite
okay.
large. Yeah. So no, seriously, come on, Widget.
It looks towards you and then looks back towards Danica, and it's just standing there.
I think it's gonna follow me.
Well, then take it to Desmond. Annoy the shit out of him, please.
Well, there's time for that,
A soft,
but we
gentle
should.
please.
Just a
Talus came to visit.
And he brought us a didgeridoo that can annoy our captain.
Widget.
You can't spell
didgeridoo.
escort, but you can say you know what the fuck a didgeridoo is.
I don't know exactly what it is, but you know
At
it's
this
a
point,
fun
you
word
just
to
hear like a
say.
gentle like clicking as Tellus Jr. is
Like
getting
his
back
horn.
into the palanquin. He's like, "Have fun, bye. It's been annoying me for about a week."
Oh wait,
Thank you.
Oh wait.
And They all just start to march off.
Also, visiting, huh?
What?
Yes, yeah. Talos totally came to visit us. Just dumping this thing that is stuck on repeat.
Maybe it's broken.
I'm broken.
Are you broken?
Are you going to break? Are you going to break it?
I'm gonna fix it.
Fix what?
I don't know. As far as I know, it's broken.
No, I believe it is fine. It says it's here to take notes, and look, it's taking notes.
I don't think anyone would waste such resources as this level of semi-AI, ship about what appears to be several hundred pounds of metal, just to record what a single person's doing, star or not.
I feel like I should.
That would just be
that.
a waste of resource.
It's like MacKenzie
And
can just hear everything that's being said. I'll show you a waste of metal.
Don't talk about my girl like that.
Telepathically, I think we better tell him what's going on. Otherwise, he's gonna bust this thing trying to fix it. Tell him it's from MacKenzie.
Oh, but he recognized that.
I didn't.
No,
Oh,
he's the only one that
okay.
recognized it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, once I noticed the trumpeters and everybody leaving, be like, "This is from Mechanist."
Oh,
Right back.
alright.
Sorry.
I don't know, just thought someone dumped a stupid robot. Good to know the star just dumped a stupid robot.
Widget.
You
don't want me to.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna be a bit.
Okay. So I guess I'll lead him.
Don't set off the smoke detector.
Put Cliff 2 back on.
Cliff has not left. I don't know what you're talking about.
You just instant transmission back.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take him on a little tour of the Remora.
Okay. The entire time he's just writing stuff down.
Yeah, I'm just kind of describing everything, being like, and this is where Oisin stays, and there is his work table, and I'm not allowed to touch it because I melted some of his tools.
As I'm just sitting there working. Wait.
And we're gonna go to the kitchen.
As I just click the Danica button. We're gonna talk about this. You're
We
not
don't-
walking away after just saying that.
And we don't talk to
But I
Zanner
am
about family.
walking away, so I walk faster.
So, the next couple days.
I do try and make him a sandwich in the kitchen and go, "Do you need to eat?"
He's just staring at you, stupid smile on his face. Just,
I just like poke him in the mouth. Okay, and then I eat it.
Just
I know.
Like,
Zanner's watching this amusedly.
I
Says,
just
I know.
Imagine
Give him some nuts and bolts.
Imagine it's a big doofy smile like.
Okay, Danica wouldn't get that, so she'd be like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
they go in, you hear him just clatter about as he follows you for the next little bit.
Watch that break him.
And eventually, after introducing him to the whole crew, I just head back to the greenhouse, and I'm assuming he follows.
Yep.
And I'll just explain, like, this is where I spend a lot of time. I do farming over here. My plants always turn a little different. The crew doesn't like to eat them, but I love them. And Junior usually plays in the dirt pile over there, and sometimes he sleeps there, which I don't know if he's there right now or not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's my hammock. I sleep in the tree. Do you want me to make you a hammock?
I have been instructed to document everything that you do.
I'll leave you on the ground. And then I show him Bonbon in the pot, and I say, it's only been a couple days, and it says it's supposed to take a little while, but this is Bonbon, and I'm very gently tap him. And then like you know when you're being like really meticulous and you think
Roasted
there's dust, but there's no
mushrooms.
actual dust, and I'm like just pick off a few things off of Bonbon. He's supposed to be able to talk to me soon.
It's just looking at it, it's like the legs come up out of the body, but as he like moves and talks, the head part of it seems to like swivel off of the bottom portion of the sphere, almost like it's a ball inside a bowl.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. But like the arms are still connected to the ball part. Yeah. So, Zanner, I need you to make another roll for me. Another tinker roll.
You know what? I'm gonna write a
Yeet.
list of conversations we.
Plus 5.
So
25.
after a couple days, you know, of working at it, you've got everything set up. It seems like the ship should function. It seems like everything, you know, is lined up.
Yeah.
Desmond and Veery take it up with you two, and you do a couple like little just test fires, make sure everything's working properly.
Just
before
on the
you
thrusters for
take
now.
out. Yeah.
I don't want to mess with the warp just yet
Yeah. No.
until we
everything-
absolutely need it.
Everything, you know, is functioning properly, and all the diagnostics say that everything's coming up properly.
Okay, good.
So you should be good to go within the next day.
Okay.
If there's anything that you need to accomplish while you're still on the planet's surface, now is the time. Cargo is fully loaded and everything.
Okay,
I don't need to leave, but I'd like to go try something I've been kicking around with Slappy.
Okay.
Okay, I go up to Slappy. Is he awake?
Probably.
Okay, so I go up to Slappy and very gently, very low tone, telepathically say, "Hi, Slappy," at the same time I move my mouth, as if I'm going to trick him into thinking that I'm speaking to him, not, you know, a god mind in his head. I'm going to try and make him think that I can talk to animals.
Give me a deception roll.
because it always freaks him out whenever you
Because
speak to his mind.
Deception is not my best. -1. Can use that eat again. 7.
7.
7.
It's not very smooth, but
That was an 8.
as you say it to him, he goes, "Hi."
It worked.
What's happening?
Do you need something?
Wait, Cliff, what are you doing here?
And
You're there.
I'll keep it up. Move my mouth at the same time. I think very gently at him. I just came to see how you are. I know lots of people are paying attention to that.
Cliff, where did you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
I can't believe you just teleported like that.
Your
Whoosh,
systems
whoosh.
are glitching.
Again?
Yeah.
To that little mushroom. So I just wondered, you know, if you're getting enough attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like some food?
Sleeping without me.
Okay. And he like
Okay.
climbs up onto his little food bowl that someone set up for him.
And I will get. What is? Do we know? We know him well enough by now to know what he likes
Yeah.
best, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'll go get that for him.
There's
In
like
the food processor?
Yeah. There's
Bird
like a little,
seed.
Or
there's like a little
anchovies.
custom option.
French
where it's just
fries.
a sloppy dish.
Yeah.
Prints
Slappy dish.
Prints out like, you know, some processed food and just like small fish and bugs and whatnot.
Things a seagull would eat.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's all I wanted to do. Just make sure that
What
you know we all
time
still like you.
of the day is it?
The moment, we'll say it's roughly dinner time.
I'm gonna head down to crew quarters and start boiling water.
Okay. Why?
Because it's tea time.
Okay.
I thought maybe you'd be making some potatoes. You know, like the
No.
mainstay of your homeland.
I have those.
No,
I'm not quite sure what a potato is.
you don't.
Oh, nobody
Um,
likes my food.
So if you guys are good,
You got
there's
mash
nothing you want
hash.
to do on the planet's surface.
Okay, when I had to skip out 2 sessions ago for the babe, was Clyde able to pick up my extra clothes?
He did.
Okay.
I did.
It's in like a little package.
Okay, I'm assuming I went through that and everything.
Okay.
And I changed to those because they were specifically fire resistant.
It is a like a very nice looking breastband. Mostly just a fabric, but inside it does have like a little bit of support. Then the bottom is sort of like it's sort of like short shorts, but still with the full like ankle length skirting on the front and back,
Perfect.
and it's like a blackish color almost.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a It's like a dark gray, but it's almost black. You know,
Cool.
Is it charcoal?
kind of, yeah.
Fitting.
For the purpose of not looking stupid, can I have the broom kind of rod, whatever, kind of morph to my size, so I'm not holding like a 10-foot, carrying this 10-foot thing around.
It's
Well, I wouldn't
only-
be carrying it; it would just follow me. But
It's only like 6 feet, so it wouldn't be
and I'm
huge.
4, right? Okay. So I want to go to
Pretty much, he can like summon it with his mind.
I want to go to him and see if he can. I want to go talk to O'Shane
Have a little piece of rubber on
about
it.
the broom.
I think you poked yourself
Okay,
in the butt.
can you make me a harness?
Dear.
Kind of like a double loop harness that I could put the broom through, kind of diagonally through my back.
Some ideas from the Peen Forest.
You know, that way I can like look really cool when I'm, da, 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 da.
Does it work that way?
Why wouldn't it? The broom flies,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my god.
Technically,
I was going to Silver Surfer it, but then I thought, this would be even cooler if I could just like have
Superman it?
Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
I mean, what's Superman?
Is that something he could do?
Oh yeah,
It's just like leather, right? Or,
Yeah, that
or
could-
with a metal.
that could
metal
be
loop.
assembled within the day. You know.
All matters
Just,
if
just
Oshine
latch
wants
onto
to.
my armor and.
I would have to base off some holster designs from my past. I'm not really good at leather working, but I do know basic.
It could be made out of metal. Just so long as it holds the broom securely.
2 brackets screwed
Holds
to
the
his
rod
armor.
securely. So there's actually no fur. It doesn't actually look like a broom, right? It's just a stick. There's no broom
Yes,
end on
It
it.
just looks like a metal rod.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, something that'll hold
That's
this
my
metal
beaten
rod
and
securely
flying
in place,
stick.
but yet can with a little bit of effort can be dislodged, so I can send it away.
You kids better get off my lawn. Yeah!
So something I'm thinking about.
Oh my god.
I'll make the primary holster out of leather, but on the back where it's actually secured will be metal clamps that are pressured, so whenever you slap it on, look at that, it's locked in.
Slatch.
But when you exert the force from pulling it from your whatever arm I put
it comes
it on,
out like a sword.
and then because it's clamps, when you exert that force, it will unclamp, making it so you
Clamp
don't
on,
have to sheath
clamp
it out,
off.
so you just
Like
snap
a
it
spring-loaded
off.
Strap
holster.
on.
Really? Can I see that
Somewhat.
motion one more
Yeah.
time, Korben? Yeah, okay.
You know what?
I
Get
did
that
the general.
twisted dicks out of your head, alright?
So give me a
set 'em off.
tinker roll, Oshine.
A tinker roll?
A tinker roll.
Alright, well, I'm gonna tinker
Oh, that's not bad.
21.
21.
Oh, that's really good.
It takes you a couple hours, but you make like a little rudimentary harness out of just pieces of like scraps strapping around.
Mm-hmm.
Fits Zanner, you can put it on. Basic enough. You're not making a thruster here. Making a backpack essentially is not a difficult thing. But if that's it,
Bear in mind, I still need to be able to put my shield,
oh yeah.
sling it on my back, so that
I probably added that to
It's
the
always good to
holster.
protect your rod.
Captain America to Superman.
Oh, we're too immature for this shit.
Captain Nomica.
After a little bit,
Too immature.
Desmond sends out the warning. Everyone, you should fasten yourselves down. We're going to take off in a bit.
Are we fueled
Not
up?
Superman.
We fueled up already,
Yeah.
right? Just
I'll head to the...
Fine.
Now, are we gonna use... No, we're just gonna go in normal drive. We can't jump with the cargo, right?
With the
Why can't
cargo.
We can attempt it.
But I imagine all that. I don't know. Danny knows nothing.
By the log that you made.
You moved it.
Yes, you
moved it.
did.
Move what?
You moved
The
it.
whole thing.
Damn it. Nope. Towards that.
Towards?
Yeah. Like that.
I'm sorry.
by the log that you had made and that was provided by the supplier, nothing is breakable. It's only perishable goods. We could attempt a war. We'll leave it up to you.
They did say that the boxes weren't entirely secure.
Oh, we have secured them. They're like little tying points, and we've just weaved them through, and everything's strapped down. I mean, it'd be very irresponsible for us not to, because if we came into an atmosphere upside down, everything would fall.
We do have
So-
inertial dampeners.
We've done that before.
Will they not work during the warp?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Does everyone need to be strapped in, or can you warp standing
I'll
up?
strap in already.
With the base of the
We're awful
we
this
need
You guys have done 3 warps now.
He started it.
Yeah.
If,
It's not fair that we're good friends
from
now.
your experience, if you do a warp without being sitting or strapped down some way, you will be thrown back.
Okay, so there is inertia.
Yeah.
involved in the
It's the same as being
in his warp technology.
If you're in a spaceship as it takes off and you're facing the wrong direction, all the blood sort of gets forced in the wrong area. So you might lose consciousness if you're not.
I don't need to strap in.
properly secured.
I'm gonna head to the pilot there and
So
go.
Danny
Then I
passed
guess
out
we
last
can
Same.
warp.
You all strapping in.
I strap in however possible. I remember what happened the last time. That's not happening again.
I
Well, at the
explained
moment.
to Widget that he needs to secure himself.
Okay.
Now, does it look like he tries to secure himself?
One of the non-vestigial arms just like grabs a hold of little, there are little bars throughout the ship
Okay.
for when there is no gravity, so you can still move around. He just like grabs onto one of those, and he seems pretty secure.
As long as he looked like he was doing something, because if not, I was gonna like spiderweb him something. So now it's fine.
So in the
Spiderweb
cockpit,
on Druidcraft.
in the cockpit, there are 3 seats that face the front, 2 for the guns, and 1 for the cameras.
Whichever one's closest to
I'm
So,
in one of
Very.
I'm in one of the pilot seats just
Okay.
because I got the button.
Okay. So in the pilot seats, then it is Oisin, Desmond, Veery.
I guess I'm taking a gunner seat.
Okay.
But
I guess I have no choice.
I also grabbed Junior from the greenhouse.
All right. And you were
In
going
the
by
opposite gunner. Yeah.
Okay. And you're hopping in the remaining seat in the cockpit then?
Yep.
Does anyone have slapping?
No. Runs.
There's like
Slappy's
a
in the
pause
middle
as everybody's like,
And you've got Junior already?
Slappy's in the middle of eating something. You scoop him up.
Come here. Football carry him and just fucking
"Rah!"
dash.
Or say, she.
You get a little
Anchor.
bleep from Amy just being like, I am secured.
Is your little pen pal?
Widget secured himself.
Piece of candy went down the wrong pipe.
That's what you get for stealing it.
So you just get out of atmosphere and a safe location where you can start.
No, do it right
to
on the
jump.
dock.
Yeah. And it's not something you want to initiate inside the atmosphere of a planet.
Yeah.
You could,
Just opening a portal willy nilly,
you know, things could be sucked in behind you.
where things can come out.
Yeah. So
That's how I got here.
as you're in space and you fire it off, I need you to give me a D100 roll.
Oh no.
Here we go. First one.
As you do have your target. Yakha and the Bon Empire.
Oh god.
God, where are my D10s? There they
I
are.
don't know.
I'm like I've hunched over and like
99.
oh damn.
99.
First roll.
But is that good or bad?
I think it's good.
With the
That's-
teleport spell, that's good.
Okay.
Because it's like a % chance.
Right.
Damn.
Jesus. Good roll.
That's a good roll. Good roll.
That is a good roll.
We're not gonna get torn apart or end up in some other system.
Back with that
So,
creepy
yeah,
fawn dude.
We went so fast and perfect that, you know, Slappies and Tokens, we caught up.
Yeah.
The ship gets up to speed, it triggers through, you rip into the Feywild, and you sitting in the seat, you can see the folding universe happening around you, all the different planets and creatures just sort of like folding in and out of existence as you go by.
Do we see the fawn?
Starting knocking.
Do I recognize this area of the Feywild?
The only place I can see the cameras is where he's sitting.
Yeah, in the cockpit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I meant...
With the speed that's going on right now, you can't move to look. You are stuck in your seat, strapped, facing forward.
Yeah, I thought I was looking out a window.
No, it's there's no windows in the cockpit. It's screens and controls.
What about? Okay, but what about the gunner seats? Can't we see
They
them?
are little screens that you can see out of the ship above where the gun is mounted, so you know where you're firing.
Okay. Do I see that creature that went rapid tap tap on our roof?
The guns don't seem to be pointing towards the door.
Oh, I'm just meaning in general, is he floating around?
No. And then, eventually, the ship folds back out, and you are in the now Bon Empire, and it's very calm.
Nice.
You know, there's no, like, ships flying around or anything.
That's not so good.
Did anyone lose a body part?
No.
I'm okay.
Check the seagull and the mushroom.
Junior's okay.
Slappy's okay. I think I'm
Still
still not used to it.
Still that 9 out of 10.
Amy checks in.
Ugh.
Cargo is still secure.
Thank God.
Thank you. Alright.
I'm not cleaning that up.
So far,
Neither am I.
statistics are...
Why can't we just fly like normal people?
Every 5 jumps, 1 loses a body part. Good enough.
Zanner just goes prestidigitation.
Oh, I forgot you could do that. It makes cleaning much quicker.
Over the other shoulder.
Prestidigitation.
Slowly the ship enters into the Yaka system. Eventually approaching the planet you were instructed to, at the coordinates you were instructed to, and it's a nice little port. As you fly down, it's a lot of ships that are like half torn apart everywhere, but everyone's very happy, talkative.
Bon Empire, that was the orc.
As you land, and you can see out all the little cameras, and the bay door opens up as you get closer. There are large green orcs walking around. They're talking with various other things. You can hear very loud, boisterous deals going down.
Now, would they be orc? Would they look like and have the same mannerisms as orcs that I've dealt with?
Sort of.
In the sense that
Like, are they still a bit brute? Like,
I was gonna say, I know that there are probably tribes of orcs that are like calm and don't care if you're like, hi, how's it going? And then there's others that are just ravage and pillage and.
So, I'm gonna have the four of you roll perception.
Just regular perception or perception
First thing
modified?
you're gonna see as you come off this ship.
oh, that's pretty good.
Perception modified or passive?
Yes!
Modified.
21!
Oh, better than mine.
Fuck yeah, I needed that.
6 for me.
Ooh. 18.
That's where I rolled naturally was an 18.
14.
Plus
14.
3 is 21.
So you've been here before at some point. It's not that interesting to you. You just sort of fall into normal life. To you three, is this your first time seeing orc people in space? And depending on the higher severity of your role, you see more like people dealing with things. Some are like wearing bits of armor, but are still like trying to sell on a house right by the dock. Clyde, as you're watching, you can see like not the first row of port. It's like behind all those buildings. There are 3-foot tall machines walking with just single orcs operating them on the top, large guns on either side. This is a war-faring race, but they're currently in peace times.
That is, are we already out onto the docks? Or are
You're
we
like-
just kind of in
Like
the ship?
the door has opened and you are standing there looking.
I go out, I find the clearest orc, so the best looking skin. No, the closest. How'd you get that silky smooth skin?
Okay.
I
Drink his goat milk.
I love it. I just order those, and I point towards these giant machines because I've never seen these machines, nor have I ever seen orcs be smart enough to operate something like that.
The orc you approach, he's got like a dirty little mustache, and like small, tiny glasses on his big honking nose.
Oh, I love it.
Like his hair's combed to one side, and he's like, first down to the planet. That's fine. That's fine. Those are the guardians. They walk the planet. We're currently bringing them down to the ships at the other end. Are you here for a reason?
Yes, we have a
Grocery and clothes shipment.
I have to see Zarmas?
No, we met with a Gith named Zarmat.
Oh yes,
Zarmaz.
We have 200 crates of goods, various goods. Clothing, ingots, food. Looking for Queth. That's it.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, I don't know quite. No, you're gonna want to go about 4 buildings down. It's got the purple front border. You'll find it.
Okay,
Quite
thank you.
All right,
nice.
let's head down there.
I shake his hand. Thank you for your help.
It's very dry hand.
Yeah, I figured.
I have the paperwork, right?
Oh yeah. Well, the digital paperwork, but yeah.
Just fine, man.
Yeah. You have the PDF.
Yes.
As you make your way that way, who's going with?
Well, we might as well all go.
Well, I was going to check my plants and stuff and see if anything was ready to harvest.
On this war planet, who wants a dirty potato?
Well, there was people buying and selling stuff.
At this
Anybody
moment,
want a
nothing
volcanic
seems to be
ash?
overly ready.
God damn it.
Amy is following you three as you walk along, and you three would see in the distance there's these large ships that the Guardians are being loaded into, massive cannons that are the size of the Remora.
Holy fuck. I say that, like, not like yelling, but like enough that if there's anybody around, they'll hear me.
Yeah.
By the name of Martin Luther. What the shit?
I don't even know who that is, but like, yeah. Holy fuck.
Eventually get
Zanner says, I think he was a king.
You eventually get to the building you were instructed to. Walk inside.
Oh, no. Okay.
It doesn't have a door. Most buildings that you're walking along, they don't have doors in the traditional sense.
I don't notice this. And I just go to,
Knock on the door.
It doesn't have a door. Hello? Knock, knock.
You walk in and there's standing a really rail thin orc, and he's just like, greetings. How may I assist you?
We have a delivery from Zarmas to...
Queth?
That's me.
We have about 200 crates.
Oh, good. Just get you to deliver them to the back.
Okay, does your communicator reach to the ship?
Amy's standing beside you. I can just go back and begin transporting things over here.
Okay.
Alright.
Would you like some help?
Sure. That's up to you.
I'll help Amy. That's a lot. Like, there's like, what, 200 crates or something?
200
She's moving the ship.
Right? No.
No,
You
because
have
we're
to-
in town.
You have to unload and move them here.
Like, I know she's got, like, things to move them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still, that's a
Okay.
lot of crates, so I'm gonna help Amy.
Me and Clyde will finish up paperwork and also join.
Well,
They're using
you're going to finish up paperwork, and I'm going to stand there and...
As you look about, it is a general goods store. They sell clothes and various other small garments. They also have like just a food section. It'd be like if you walk into just a gas station. That's what this is.
Does it have a hat that says, I love the Bond Empire?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
it's got,
god!
It's got like 2 little fabric guns on the side as well.
I love it! How much for the hat?
2 inner credits.
Oh, sold!
Another question, because I never got the answer last time because you were busy. How many inner credits did we get split up from the necklace, the amulet?
I think it was... We added that.
Yeah.
I had to go because of a crying kid, so I never got that.
Wasn't the job for 15?
It was 15,000 split, and you said you were gonna figure it out.
Right.
I don't remember.
I think it was,
However much the crew
I
gets.
think it worked out to 700 each.
700 inner?
I was gonna say, okay, maybe you didn't say anything because I only have 400.
We only got 700?
Each.
That's not bad.
On each, you know. It's pretty
Inner credits though.
Out of 15,000?
That's. You know what? You can do it all yourself next time.
Fly through space.
You
I
can
do most of it all myself. I found the guy.
Yeah, is that going to happen with the 28,000 too? We'll get like 900.
I'm
So-
sorry that I was too busy doing
But the-
whatever, getting
but
my
the ship
pants
buys
wet.
what we want,
It's
right?
just
Yeah.
Chetasia
So, like-
freaking out. Danny doesn't
So,
give a shit about
How
money.
it breaks down is the 15 would have been divided between the crew members, the 9 of yous, or 4, 5, 6, the 6 of yous, because Desmond doesn't get paid.
But the rest goes into a ship kid.
I mean,
Then the remaining amount
1100.
gets put into the ship.
1128.
Out of which we can buy stuff.
Yeah, that buys your fuel. That buys refilling the
Filament.
food
Ammo.
processor. That buys more ammo. That buys increased inertia dampeners. That
And parts that are.
any upgrades
Yeah.
that the ship needs, that's the money that it pulls from.
That's one
That's a
thing I
lot of
wanted
inner
before I
credits.
forget I wanted.
I got some pull now.
Yeah.
While we're doing
The
that,
guy
when
that
it
doesn't
comes
know
to
how to
me,
handle money.
there's something I want to do too.
But
Like I said, Danny doesn't care.
Uh,
Because for her,
When I'm
she's
outside,
done
you
that.
said there's a bunch of
Chetasia's the one that's being cheap.
wrecks, half
Yeah.
ships and stuff. I want to see if I can get however many
That'll be bigger next
nodules
time.
it would take to put in the other part of the ship. Remember, I wanted to hover, but we couldn't.
Mhm.
Well, now we can, I guess, anyways, because we're not using heat anymore. In the ion thrusters, we're using 0-point energy, which wouldn't emit heat. So now we can already hover, right? Without
Somewhat,
burning people.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hover, but not for a long period of time.
Okay, then I
Wait
want
a minute,
to get
burning
some
people?
zero gravity nodules. Sound the same technology that they have in the little carts, but enough to float a ship, or have it hover.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
slowly turning the remora into VTOL.
I'm okay with that.
Well, you can turn them on and off, right? This is just so you can hover 10 feet above the ground without roasting everybody underneath you. Ah. 3 and 5 is 8.
You spend the better part of the next 2 hours walking around, and the ships that are all torn apart, they're all in like junkyards and dealers who are scrapping ships and selling them to other places, and you can't find anything
That I need.
fits that
Yeah.
or to your scale ship. Like you find some where it's for a massive planet cracker size ship, but that's
Not- yeah.
like the size of the remora.
Yeah.
So
Too big
Just-
for the remora.
Click! Now it's the ship.
Well, we'll
Now
find
we
them
hover.
somewhere.
so
We'll find them somewhere.
yeah. So
What's that? Oh, it's just a remora.
while that's going
If I
on,
could just find 500 more brooms.
while that's going on, Oisin, you get the paperwork signed, and by the time it's finished, because sometimes paperwork can take a long time, Amy and Danica have returned with the first load, 4 crates. You offload that, and it's gonna take a bit.
Do you also have some Goliath-sized clothing?
He's just looking at you. Nah.
Nothing bigger,
no,
eh?
No.
Damn it. Anywhere that does around here.
No. No.
I thought so.
Anything here with human exports?
Why would we want human exports? You just don't watch the news, do you?
What's the news?
You don't watch the news, do you?
No, we don't really watch tally or listen to radio.
Like,
Mm.
do you have a town yeller or something?
I'll explain to you later.
There was
That's amazing. I know, but I love it.
the Reptile Coalition. They flew through human space, and the 7 ships were blown up.
Oh.
They don't know why, so we're going to war.
With soul.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Till they identify the reason for their firing without aggravation from the Reptile Coalition.
That's why humans are dumb.
Okay, so
There's 3 different governments,
Well,
which that's
they have a lot to answer for.
so Soul shot the Reptile Coalition.
a third of soul shot. the reptile
I just-
coalition.
I
Doesn't
need-
matter. It's still your
I need to
planet.
make a
Which, as
note.
you
Humans
guys
are
have-
dicks.
Which, as you guys have been informed, Reptile Coalition is a peaceful
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah.
They are a peaceful
Humans are
civilization.
dicks.
Yeah, humans not so much.
Not you, just humans in general. You're a nice guy when you're not trying to kick my ass, but like you're a nice guy. Just the rest of the human population obviously
Trying to,
can
he
be
points
kind of
out.
dickish.
Making the attempt.
You know.
Any word on which? No word from humans at all.
Nope. The ones out here, the ones outside of the soul system, they claim they have nothing to do with it. But you know, ships just don't explode in sequence. So we'll find out.
They do if they're running through a minefield.
I was gonna say, maybe they have protections nobody told them about?
Yeah. Jupiter has some sort of automatic defense. It's AI controlled.
Okay, but like, if it's AI controlled, you should be able to program that to say, hey, ships that look like this, whatever they look like, don't shoot at.
Humans don't have a lot of contact with the other systems.
Look it
That's
up.
probably the first time that they've ever seen anything a reptile coalition. The AI would have deducted unknown threat.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me, in this whole galaxy of space,
Yeah.
Sol has no idea that the rest of it exists, but everybody
Well,
else knows.
we have an idea that it exists.
No.
But
An
we just-
idea isn't knowing.
Humans are afraid of everything they can't understand.
Especially the
It's
dumb
always
ones.
been-
Especially the lemon trees.
Why lemon
Ow.
trees?
Tried to crossfire. See what you've done? Humans.
Why are humans afraid of lemon trees?
Or lemons or
It was-
something like
lemons.
that.
It was a personal jab.
He doesn't like lemons, and I don't know why. I just
Why
like
don't
poking
you like
him.
lemons?
Because a lemon farmer drove my father into bankruptcy, and my father hung himself for it.
Didn't you say you lived in Ireland?
You'd think it would be potatoes he's afraid of.
Hey, dude. I don't know a lot, but I'm pretty sure that citrus trees don't grow in Ireland, do they?
Well, after the earth warmed up, they
So
sure
wait.
could.
Oh.
So you don't have a town yeller. Explain to me how this news works.
He
Okay,
reaches up and turns a monitor around that's above him, and is like, it's the TV. You can change it. He holds up like a little remote. You can change it to different channels.
Okay, so you have a bunch of town yellers that fit in this tiny box.
Yes. He's just like, here's
How?
one empire, and here's
Okay,
the reptile
Is
nation."
it like your bag of holding where you can just fit? I thought you couldn't put people in.
Okay, how do I explain this? Is there crystal balls where you're from? You
I
know,
know
magic things?
Give me a history roll, Clyde.
No, what's a crystal ball?
This is extra dumb on Clyde because he has watched a TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
Essentially,
Yeah,
through,
but now he's questioning it.
through technology, they're broadcasting their image to several pieces of glass.
So this box is just a glass box.
Yeah, that's receiving a signal from the original to display it long
So
distance.
another glass box is sending a signal. I thought glass couldn't do that.
Oh, I'm dumbing it down for you, bud.
You're making it more complicated.
One box
Uh-huh.
captures this guy's image,
Okay.
sends it to other boxes like these.
Okay.
And they're made of glass, bits of metal, circuitry.
Okay. See, was that so hard?
And sometimes there's live things, and he like turns the other monitor, and it's just the image of behind you guys.
What the fuck? How does that work? Explain that.
Same principle as that. There is a box filled with parts that is capturing our image and broadcasting it to another box.
I suspect
So
they're
there's-
using an antiquated energy form known as radio frequency.
Sure.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
I'm not there.
So
I'm
there's
helping
not
Abby.
town yellers in the box.
No, these
They're
are,
in another box that
these are
sends a signal.
newscasters and entertainers and various other things. I was just trying to go along with you, but okay.
I'm gonna. He's from a primitive but civilized society.
I figured that when he said town yeller.
I'm not even from this dimension. Give me a break.
Yes.
Think of it as, think of it this way.
Just jab my shoulder, my elbow into him.
One person is standing inside one box, casting prestidigitation at a bunch of other boxes. That's basically what's going on.
I'm so confused.
Clyde, it just works.
Well, obviously it works. Otherwise, there wouldn't be an image. Now would there?
What? Are you ever gonna repair one of these?
By repair, do you mean smash with my horn?
No.
Then no.
Then why would you need to know how it works?
Because I want to know how... You're telling me I grab the remote and I have no idea how this works. I just start pressing buttons. What does it do?
It does what roll.
4.
You're pressing buttons and then like the image colors start changing and the image like flips upside down and he's just like, what do you do?
I don't know. What's casting on the TV right now?
At the moment, you are seeing a drama, like essentially
Days of Our Lives.
Oh,
very
dear
like
God.
Days of Our Lives, but it is taking place in like an elven show.
Okay, so it's elven people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell me.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to know how this planet, which I'm assuming there are very little elves on the planet.
Yeah, I mean.
So you mean to tell me
Yeah.
they can see elven
Content.
content with no elves on the planet?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. I'm sorry that I wanted to make sure if I'm spending
Technically.
time in this dimension.
Okay. Then let me explain it as best but accurate as
You
I can.
already did it. You already got it. I'm just telling you. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, and I told you.
I just wanted to.
Why are we fighting?
I just want.
Why are we arguing the same point?
I wanted to better know the technology that I'm dealing with until I go home.
Okay, I can better explain it to you.
No, it's fine. I got it.
The reason why I was delaying it, I could better show you in my shop when I can bust it open, show you how it
I
works.
don't need to know that though.
Then you're pressing it.
There's just a little lady behind you, just like, excuse me, I need to get through.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm just having an existential crisis.
She's got a little basket and just starts like putting stuff on the counter.
Ooh, bread.
We're talking.
Don't buy that. That's gas station bread.
Did he hear that?
No, he's too busy.
That could have been that. What the fuck's wrong with my bread? See? Human
He's just
sticks.
he's too busy just actually doing his job.
Except I'm pretty sure Oisin has his face helmet on.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a war going on.
I mean, I already made it clear that I'm talking to a human.
You did kind of.
Yeah.
I did make that awful
insinuate
clear.
that.
Just because one guy knows doesn't mean the rest of the planet has
You
to.
don't know how that works.
True.
But apparently you know how images are cast in places that are too far away to see.
It's an invisible light.
Don't!
down here.
After some time, you and Amy just slowly plugging away 4 crates at a time, delivering
Hey.
everything.
I was gonna say, hearing this conversation in and out, like,
Yeah.
what are they arguing
Actually, I
about?
was going to say before we got interrupted, like mid-heated argument, I was going to be like, can we just move the crates?
You go move the crates. I'm watching whatever this is.
At this point,
The
he's
upside down Days of Our Lives.
At the,
Oh yeah, I'm watching whatever's on the TV.
What?
I rolled a 7.
he's
Days of Our
changed
Elves.
it back. It is now the turtle surfing competition.
Ooh.
Where it's just, hundreds of turtles just going off the beachfront, hitting huge waves.
From
and just,
where we were?
Yeah. The one, like, little relaxation planet that you guys were on. And they're just like, the newscasters like, and we see Mr. McGiffin coming and he's hitting the wave and you see, and he fell in the barrel. That's a terrible thing to happen to him. And he goes,
I find a little chair
Are
and I
they
just
on
like
boards? Or are they
shimmy up the
upside
side
down
like
in their hat?
They're on
It's a belly glove.
they're call them boards. They're just a little bigger than like what an earth surfboard would be.
So like I don't even shimmy it like up to the counter. I shimmy up beside the orc. You mind if I stay and watch this? I was there recently.
Tandem boards like us, yeah.
Sure.
I can't surf. I almost drowned, but like, and I just start going off on this tangent about being on this portal planet.
Help them with the crates.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Takes a couple hours.
That's what happens when you roll a 7.
Avoids work.
Yeah.
You guys are coming back and forth. Viri and Desmond have determined it takes about 4 hours to activate the jump drive again.
I'm sweating.
It'll take about 4 hours just to fucking transfer all these damn crates.
So,
Sorry.
you know, if you guys use it,
They're weightless, right? The crates.
you know, you can't just use it again. You gotta.
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of a recharge period. So use it wisely.
How was the payment system working? Because again, I wasn't here for this. So when these are done delivered, that's when we're paid, or do we have to go back to the Ava system to talk
No,
to that
it'll
guy?
be automatically deposited.
Okay.
They'll do
And
their
then
little didgeridoo.
once
It'll be
figure out
sent
that
to the
everything
Remorse
was-
computer, in which it'll be split between us and the ship.
Yeah.
So once
at
this
this
guy
point,
like catalogs
it has-
everything.
Dinged through.
It's $5,000 split, however, which ways.
Yeah. So 5 grand.
Yep, that's what I have written down. $5,000.
For the crates?
That's what you told me. That's what I wrote down.
I'm helping out with the thing. I'm flying over on the top of a thing, guiding a crate.
I could be wrong.
I can't believe what's happened to me.
So
I
it's
said
I
like
can't
about
believe it
I'm
myself.
pushing a
250,
cart, doing
300
like,
each, something like that.
you can be moving far. You can move.
You wouldn't get that because it's an old Earth joke, but there was a television show.
You
We
each
see this
get,
out a shot of him called Greatest American Hero.
You each get
Oh,
400.
I didn't watch
credits
American.
for it.
400?
Yeah.
Old
Nice.
British, old other countries, yeah. No, when the Americans left, they took everything from
So, you two here. Hear what I said?
400 credits.
Each.
4 hundos each.
Yeah.
I think he might have tried to cut you short if we're not listening. I got you guys once.
After a little.
Don't argue with me about a TV.
You get one.
Who
Tell him,
hasn't
Peter.
bought anything? Because I'm
So you
not
get
writing
one.
any of this down. I have no idea how much money I
Where's that
have.
from?
The
They've
guy.
all
Ah,
spent
So
various
Spider-Man
things.
saves him.
Yes.
Okay, that's my inner. So,
Mine's got to be higher than that because the only thing I've ever bought was a gun.
Sorry.
Right? That's the only thing I ever bought.
But the only thing
No,
I
a
have,
gun. No, I had the shield.
the only thing I haven't bought a lot inner stuff. I mainly
I
bought
have
a lot
1100
outer
now.
stuff.
I have 1,528.
Noise.
Outer's gold.
I don't
right?
spend money.
Outer
Depends on your
silver.
clothes.
I mean,
Outer's
the last
silver,
time was
so
free, so
gold.
that's why I'm not broke.
I would say just
I've given money away.
1350
I have not. I'm saving it.
13,000
and 50.
or 1,300.
I might
So-
find me some
1350.
armor that I want.
As you
1350.
finish
One
unloading the
1350.
ship, is there anything that the crew is looking for? You've already attempted to look for more components for the ship.
Yeah, and I failed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sure,
look for
boy.
furs,
For furs.
I'm
like
gonna-
hides and shit.
Yeah. Give me an investigation roll. What were you gonna say, Oisin?
I'm gonna look for gems with magic, just as and see which school of magic they are.
Investigation.
Give me an investigation roll.
Ow.
A 2.
At 2.
At one point, you're like walking along and you stop, and it's like, wow, these are some very nice looking furs. And the woman, the female orc, turns around and you were like looking at her arm. She's just like, they're very rude, and she takes off.
I'm sorry. Fuck. I need to pay better attention.
But no, you don't find any furs.
That's fair.
I'm gonna see if I can find like a little job, like something like this, where you can just like transfer or take something in the general direction we're going.
Give me an investigation roll. Ocean?
15.
Ooh,
15.
I'm gonna roll a lot.
You eventually do
Good
find
idea.
one.
Much better. Natural 20.
It's
Yeah,
not
18.
the
Close.
most
Good enough.
illustrious storefront, but it does have a couple like little gems available of various schools. So, what are you after specifically?
Specifically, let me quickly pull out
It's very
my
slippery.
spell book.
Just want to look at it.
Come on. There we go. I'm looking for a gem with a few gems with necromancy. And I'm hoping to look for a aberration and evocation.
Okay. Of what quality?
Oh, also a divination.
Like what spell level?
Well, for the necromancy, it's a cantrip. For the aberration, evocation, divination, they're level 1.
It does have ones available. It has 3 of each. They're going to run you the necromancy ones are going to run you about 50 inner credits,
That's not bad, 115.
and the remaining ones are going to run you 100 each.
Okay. So I want one of the others, and there's 3 necromancies?
Yeah.
So that's
150 plus whatever else.
150 plus 300, that's 450 inner?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay. They even put them in like a nice little box that doesn't like seal or anything, but it's in a nice little box so you don't lose them.
Bag of holding.
Trips. Oh no!
Mod 20.
Mod 20.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's not a whole lot of like simple jobs. There's people looking for ships to take soldiers to the front lines to help enforce things. There's
the other way.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved in that.
there's ships
Danica,
trying to there's people trying to get ships to go to dwarven systems to acquire goods and bring them back, but it's large shipments of metal and whatnot, and they're not time sensitive, but the faster the better. But nothing exactly in the direction you're flying.
Okay.
Also, let's just take a moment
But
here.
all the jobs you find are high paying. They're just not in the direction you're going.
I am going to the few where it's like grab shipments from the dwarven areas and then bring them back. I'm just gonna tell Desmond about those and say I'm not sure if this is something you would be interested in, but this is what I heard around the streets.
Desmond makes note of it and just, well, I don't want to get involved in the war, so we'll just ignore those ones, but see what's here. If we ever
What's wrong,
strapped for
Danica?
a job, we'll come back. Maybe then it will be in the stars, I guess. I don't know. I was trying to find something good to say. I've had a long day.
What's wrong, Danica? You don't want to decimate another culture?
The 10,000 we got up
At least
front
this one would be
They're
legally
already
for
on
the-
self-destruct.
for the powdered onyx.
Mhm.
Is that just sitting in a kitty right now, or have you already
No,
dispensed it?
that's sitting aside
Until we
jobs-
figure out what the total amount is going to be.
Yeah.
Depending on whether we get 12 or less,
Mhm.
depending on how much onyx we can actually find.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was
So
just curious.
It's
Oh.
you're guaranteed that amount, and the rest is determined off of what you return with.
Yeah.
But it is just sitting there.
If we can
Until
get
it's
15
done.
pounds, we can get another 18,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was another question. The onyx, is it just like the gemstone onyx?
Powdered
Oh,
Oh,
it's
onyx.
it's
the crushed.
special, and it's darker. It's
It's
darker than.
It's a powdered black onyx from a certain area.
From a prison
So we
planet.
have to go to that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it
'cause-
dwarven?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's in
For
there.
what he wants, the particular type he wants.
Because if it was dwarven, that would have
It's a
worked out.
specific-
That's why I asked. I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
He doesn't just want standard onyx. He wants this prison stuff.
I do like I just say to Des, I was just keeping an ear out because he always asks us to keep an ear out. So just a typical. I just wanted you to know what I found because you always ask us to look for jobs.
It's good initiative on your part, but at the moment, no.
No fucking pay raises here.
We are going to the drop off junior,
Yes.
and then we are going to the menagerie, and et cetera, et cetera. It'll be after those that we start looking for more work.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
What are we doing at the menagerie again?
I have no clue.
That's the prison.
The menagerie
nine.
is where
The
The
nine.
Desmond's
9 is
from.
from the prison.
Oh, right, to drop his ashes of his family off.
Right.
Whose family? What?
Desmond's family that were
Right.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, we discussed this the last time, so we're stopping there.
Yeah, you were in an
Because-
update.
Yeah, you were
Getting updated
paused.
to
So
Clyde 2.0.
I think when it was initially discussed, he was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is where his grandma lives and his brother.
This is where his grandpa lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. And so we're going to the family farm to bury the ashes of his family.
To bury his parents and his sister and his brother-in-law.
Yeah, but didn't he have another sibling
He does. Yep.
that lives with his grandpa?
An adoptive sibling.
Okay. Yes, because he said, you'll see, because there's something mysterious about it. Or weird.
Teasing us.
Yeah. Did you
Um,
theorize it was like a dragonborn or something?
yeah, we theorized that.
Naughty, teasing me.
Quick question. What was the level of the 2 conjuration gems and the
I
1
love any
illusion
sound
gem I got at the
effects
very
on.
beginning from Amy?
Level 2s.
Level 2s.
Yeah. Okay. So if there's nothing you guys are
Dr.
after
Who shirt?
specifically in the area,
Dr. Hooves. It's in My Little Pony Doctor Who split. It's Dr. Hooves.
Oops.
there's nothing specific you are after. You can just leave straight off the planet. There's
Okay, yeah,
nothing else.
I have nothing to
that you have to
sell.
be
I
here
helped
for?
Amy. I looked for work. We're good.
Alright. Taking back off, taking, a couple minutes to align yourself. You are heading for what next?
Is it Junior? That's the next drop off? Are we taking a break?
Did they forget me? Did you guys forget me?
No, I picked
I thought you were on the ship.
No, I was
Oh,
sitting
you were
watching. I was watching.
No,
one of
Well,
the
when we
TV
dropped off
Desmond-
the last crate, I grabbed him.
Desmond wouldn't
also,
leave
yes,
the planet
Junior's
without
next.
all the
Desmond is very, crew oriented. I really like him.
food. What is the system and the planet? There's
But I didn't
The
get
Empire
I didn't
and the
get a chance to write down the
system,
system,
sorry.
but Argarkis?
Oh, the Agarabagada.
Argarkis.
that is
The
the system.
Argabagarbana.
The Empire is the microsystem.
Micros.
Microsystem.
Myco. Sorry.
Myco.
Myco.
Mycosis. Bless you.
You get lined up. I need that D100 roll
Oh boy.
as you go to use.
Oh, we
the
spent
warp
enough
again.
time to recharge that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's only, he said 4 hours in between jumps.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It just means if you jump into a battle, you're gonna have to do the battle.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Ready?
Yeah.
85.
Noise.
85.
You two
Still-
are my favorites.
Don't say that. We'll stop working.
To the Kenzie, how do you spell the
No, when I call my dice my favorite,
I'll
they
get to it in a
stay
moment.
favorite.
Oh,
It just hasn't been any reliable yet.
Okay, so as you fire off,
Except for this guy.
you take a moment. You have a rough idea of where it is. And as you come out, you are, by all sensors, you are in the Myco Empire. Close enough. You were a little bit out, but you can. It's recoverable.
Yeah.
You didn't overshoot, but you didn't undershoot so much that you're in the wrong system.
Or you're not in a planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What the
you
fuck happened?
are, you're in the right system. And you begin to land, and as you do, it's a very weird looking planet as you land. There's large mushrooms everywhere, and large in the sense that there are some that are almost the size of a city.
Ooh.
Just standing amongst everything. You see other mushrooms moving out of them, and just fields and fields of mushrooms everywhere. And as you land, there are little mushroom people walking about. Large mushrooms with little mushrooms on top of them. They're just playing on top of them and whatnot.
I grabbed my basket and put Junior in because I know he doesn't like it when I hold
About
him.
to say, before we open the doors, before we leave, I think we should have one last goodbye.
And put some of the dirt from his dirt pile in it to make him happy.
He's just sitting there I can't wait to see Mom and Dad. It's been so long.
As soon as that door drops and I see all of this, I run to see if that's that squishy shit that I felt in my dream.
As you step out, there are a good 6, 7 mushroom people. They're all staring at you.
Hi!
Best that can be described from the different types of mushrooms that they are. They look horrified by you.
What the fuck?
But yeah, it is that same squishy
He probably
feeling.
won't like me.
Why are you horrified? Why do you look like you're scared of me?
They won't understand you.
No, they will. I'm
Oh,
pretty
they
sure
will.
I got-
juniors at this point sport everybody.
A couple of them don't
Oh.
say anything.
Plus,
So
I have the
their mist
helm on.
Can make you understand other ones of their. Okay.
Yeah, right?
They-
I have.
They
I
don't
just saw it
say
when you had
anything
to
to
do
you.
each
Some of
one.
them like pick up little mushrooms and start like tearing off and
Oh.
various things like that.
I did.
But they're
Do I recognize this as the Dick Forest?
Give me an intelligence roll. Or a history roll, sorry.
It'd be hilarious if we find a female Clyde here.
13.
A 13.
Clyde.
You know,
man.
you remember the Dick Forest looking a little more like colorful and was, I mean, it was a Dick Forest, this or mushroom. But yeah, this is where you were.
It was
thinking.
probably an alternate reality mushroom planet,
I turn
or
around.
she was on acid.
Yeah, she was like on acid when I tapped in. It's like, guys, there's a female Clyde here.
Oh.
And that's probably why they're
mushrooms.
horrified of me. Fuck.
Oh, I didn't even
So-
think of that.
It just
that?
clicked.
What, that she was on mushrooms?
No, why they're
She
so
was
slow.
on mushroom.
With that,
That's why they're horrified.
She's been
She's
numbing
on
on these
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
we are going to take a little break, and we'll be
She's
back
been
in
eating
roughly
their
half an
children.
hour.
Oh my god. I just tried to abandon the apparent prince.
How do you spell the Agrabah area?
Back.
I don't want to be back.
Can be stomach.
Now,
Back hurts too much.
when we left off, the crew had gotten off. The
No, we didn't.
population of the planet seems a little scared of Clyde.
I'm a scary dude. Rawr.
He looks like a gray sloth from the Goons.
Are there any more mushrooms around me?
There are a couple, and they are approaching you steadily.
And I just go, boom!
As you do that, they produce little spears from their
Oh!
sides.
Whoa, that's not what I meant! Friend!
A larger one approaches. He's tall, lanky build, and he's just looking at you.
Friend! Friend?
Before you hear Junior go, I have connected to them. And they
Friend.
all look, and then look towards you and go, who are you?
I'm Clyde! Horncarver! I come from the Sword Coast!
He turns to the other ones and just, you four, watch them.
Watch me do what? A dance? I'm not going anywhere!
They should go start dancing.
You can do as you wish, but you are being observed.
Okay!
Last one of you's that we've seen on this.
Oh, there's another one of me here, right?
Well, she's not doing very much right now. And he starts to walk away, and as he walks away, you can hear the mushrooms ripping up under his feet.
You.
She was
Wait.
totally on acid.
Wait. Did he stop?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Stop using that one. Yeah. Jeez.
Persuasion? It's at least a 9.
Well, that's better than what he got.
Oh
You
shit!
chose to roll it.
You're the one that gave it to me.
He
I
stops and
just
turns
suggested.
towards you and walks back over to you. He's a good 2-3 feet taller than you.
Well, what was she doing to make her not so hot right now?
She was approaching the old ruins.
I don't know what that means.
Just leans even closer to you.
Does she by chance have a shard of anything in her hands? I'm here to try and actually help.
There's a little mushroom walking by. It's a long-capped mushroom. And
Oh,
he,
so it's mostly cap and then a little
Yeah.
tiny stem.
with
What
the
are they
little
called
tiny
again?
stem at the bottom of his little legs.
Love it.
What are they called again?
And he stops
I
at
don't remember.
The species?
Myconoids.
Mycon.
My
Yeah. It's hard for me to pronounce.
Okay, I'll just say the mushrooms.
That's why I
The
didn't
mushroom
bother.
people.
He stops and grabs that mushroom and pulls up the cap,
Whoa!
whispers something to it, and it scurries off. He stands there for a moment staring at you. Why are you here?
Oh, well, apparently we might have a prince of yours.
We're bringing back this little guy as I
Yeah,
put
him.
Junior in the basket with Danica's hand still on it.
I was going to
He,
say, I've got it.
Peels over the top, and he's just like,
Hello.
Yeah, we found him in our ship.
Stole away.
He was a stowaway in our ship. He came from some... Where did he come from? He was in a box. He said he was in a box.
He approaches you, Danica, and is looking towards Junior and gets really, really close. Just okay. Head that way.
Oh, okay. Are you holding the other Clyde captive?
Yes,
Where is she?
that way.
Okay, I'm gonna go that way.
It's the same direction.
I'm gonna go that way. You guys go deal with Junior. I kind of pick him up. If I don't see you again, it was nice knowing you. And I put my finger out to give him a handshake.
He just hugged your finger.
Ah, hi, little one. And I put him back in the basket, and we go.
Clyde,
What?
we're also heading down.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, there's gonna be a point where you go this way, and I'm gonna go that way.
He's heading that way just a little quicker than you.
Yeah, that too. A little bit.
I'm not that far off.
As are you all making your way that way? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As you get closer, some of the armed mushroom people begin to bow a little as they see Junior.
When we split off from Clyde, you follow him?
And as you get closer, you're approaching one of the like large city-sized mushrooms, and you can see like parts of it are starting to like move as you're approaching.
Whoa!
And Junior just looks towards you, Danica, and goes, "Can you hold me up? Hold me up really high." And you just, "Hi, Grandpa." And you see the top of the mushroom start to like lean down slightly, and then tips back up and continues walking. And he's like, "That's Grandpa."
I see this and I just go.
The entire structure that you guys are walking to, and you see mushrooms like walking in and out of and doing whatever. There's just a giant mushroom walking around.
I like stall enough that they like pass me. And I'm just frozen and just like. What?
Okay. Let's get the kid off first. You find you.
I'm here. Oh, you mean the female me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Okay.
As you enter, there's various mushrooms walking about. You three.
I'm following.
Maintaining. Okay. You two.
How high can I fly? Is there a limit?
No. Well, the ceiling.
Well, there's no ceiling here though, right? We're in the sky. There's a sky.
Well, you're outside. There's no ceiling, but you are heading into a structure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I'll
Hover
stay-
low. He won't see you.
I'll stay on the ground.
You two, as you enter, some of the guards have like they're like scurrying off, and then they just instruct you like, "Wait, here."
Telepathically give Junior a goodbye.
He's just like looking around and waves at you. Clyde, as you walk in, are you gonna ask anyone?
Yeah. Okay. Before as I come in, before anybody thinks that I'm the Clyde that everybody has a problem with, I'm not. I'm another one. Long story short, I need to talk to the one that you captured.
So, as you say that, a very similar looking mushroom as the one before walks up to you and goes, "Ah, yes. Follow me."
Okay.
Like almost identical.
Okay. I'll be back, guys.
Well, he's going with you.
I'm following you.
Okay. Can't do anything myself.
The ground is that squishy feeling still.
Oh,
There's
fuck. I'm not
little-
kicking other mushrooms, am I?
There's like little mushrooms spreading at the floor and everything.
Fuck. I didn't hurt nobody, did I? I look towards this other one and I didn't hurt nobody, right?
No.
This is weird.
Unless they move, they are not alive.
Okay, that's good to know.
And he just continues walking. Okay. Clyde,
Yeah.
you follow him for a bit. He ends up going into like, best you could surmise is the arm of the grandpa mushroom.
Okay.
You go up a couple stories and then you go out into like this moving vestigial and you can feel it moving while you're inside it.
I don't like this.
As you get closer down, you can see like made of mushrooms cell bars,
Wow.
and
They really use each other here.
you get further in, and there are various people, creatures in each cell, and they're all just laying on the ground, giggling to themselves.
What the fuck happened to these people?
It's probably their way of
Looks around, intruders,
controlling them.
Oh.
poachers, slavers.
Like, slave.
Chefs.
Gets to one cell, stops and looks in and goes, trespassers.
Okay, so what exactly
Look
did you
in
do?
and there's found Clyde just laying on the ground, just.
So this is probably what I seen initially. So why are they laughing?
And the mushrooms in there are sedative.
Can we bring her out of it? Not like out of the bars, but like just, you know, so I can actually have a conversation with her. Instead of Giggles McGigglesworth.
I'll have you
Turns
know
and-
the Gigglesworth is a proud
There's-
family.
There's no guards in this area.
You can stay here and watch. I have no problem with that.
Walks up, puts his hands on the bars, and they slowly like peel away, curling in on themselves. And he steps in and breathes like a little
Right.
spore onto her, and she just. Where am I? She
In
sits
jail?
up immediately,
You're in like mushroom jail.
looking at you.
Yes, I'm a male version of you.
Okay.
Different dimension and such. Yes, there are more of us. Don't worry.
What?
It's a long story. What are you doing here? Like on this planet,
I woke up in a field.
like a field of mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay. He says you were trespassing. What were you trespassing on?
Well,
What did you find?
I was just listening to him, and he said to go there, and
Who?
then I was listening to Agar.
What?
You see her like looking around. Where's my stuff?
ARGR? So this Agar, is it like the voice coming from like a mirror shard of sorts?
Like a crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're there too.
So I have one
Yeah,
similar.
I'm not
Did you have
gonna-
a box?
No.
Attempt to link just yet.
Yeah, I woke up in one.
What do you remember before you woke up in the box?
Well, I was told to sweep the floor, and so I was sweeping, and I seen this large gems. I was like, oh, what's that do? And I touched it, and then there's like a grayish area there, and then I was in the box, and it was cold, and then it was rumbly,
So
and then I finally opened it, and it was I was here.
do you still have the box, or did you leave it where it was?
She's looking around. She's like, I don't know.
No, did you take it with you when you woke up?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so it's probably with all the rest of your stuff. Right.
Listening to the cows.
I was using it as like a shelter for a while.
That makes sense.
You know, the rain here, it's kind of gross tasting.
Fair enough. What's your last name?
Horncarver.
First
She
name.
like holds out her hand. She's like, Claudette Horncarver.
Call it.
Oh, so like you really are the female being. I'm Clyde.
She shows all the same markings as you as well.
Oh, this is fucking weird.
Parallel dimensions.
The only difference is she's still wearing like furs and whatnot.
Yeah. So my
You're
name
like-
is
you're
also.
Mr.
Well,
Business.
my name's Clyde Horncarver.
Okay. She looks at your badge. She's like,
It's not even
well, you have my horn. Can I have my horn?
No, this is my horn. Your horn is probably with all the rest of your stuff. This is actually my
Well,
horn.
where's my stuff?
I don't know. Ask him. Where's your stuff?
You can understand them?
Yes.
They
Just-
grunt.
Give me a second. She clearly didn't know where she was going. She has no idea where she's at. Can I take her with me? I will take her off this planet. Get rid of her.
Your persuasion roll.
Get rid of her permanently.
15.
15. It looks at you and we will. Her stuff is still at the ruins.
I turn to
So
her.
it can be examined.
You can understand. You can understand her, right?
Yes.
I turn to her. Do you promise not to touch anything that you're not supposed to?
Wait a second, Clyde.
Excuse me.
Can you still hear the voice of Agar?
Not right now, no.
Probably because she's not near it.
Okay, I'm going to do something which might freak you out a little bit. I'm going to speak inside your mind.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that Zanner. I think this
And
is a
I
little
will
much.
type the three of us in
I think this
so
is a little
that she
much
can
for her.
speak. Maybe. I don't know. Let's hope not. My name is Clyde. Or his name is Clyde, as you know. My name is Zanner.
He's
And you
Clyde.
can now speak
She's
directly
Clyde.
to
I'm Clyde.
Claudette. You can
As
now
you're-
speak directly to the mushroom.
As you're talking, she's just holding her ears and just.
Zanner, this is too
Ah!
much.
All
Claudette,
right.
you're fine. What I was
I
gonna
apologize. I'm not a star. I'm just a being that's capable of.
Zanner.
Danny over in the background. I'm sorry.
Remember, she's pretty well got the same memories as I do. She's just not as filled in as I am. So remember how I was when I first started reacting to all this? Ease her into it.
Okay. What I can do is allow you to speak directly, and I'm saying this. I can allow you to think directly to the mushroom. If you want to vow that you're not going to cause any more troubles, I can convey that.
I don't want to talk to the mushroom. That seems
also,
He may not let you go unless...
Also, Zanner, he can understand her. She just can't understand him.
Oh, can he understand her?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, Claudette, you vow that you're not going to touch or go anywhere that you're not supposed to. You're going to stick to my side.
I won't purposely do anything to harm anyone.
Or trespass anywhere. Because I don't want to be in this mushroom cell any more than you do.
She starts to stand up and is like, where was I trespassing?
Where was she trespassing?
And just looks sort of. She was in the ruins that we do not explore.
Because there's bad heebie-jeebies in there, or just because people die in there? Or both?
There are bad heebie-jeebies.
Oh.
See, you talk like Clyde, it makes everything so much easier.
Can we obtain
Now we're just talking about
permission to enter these ruins?
We no war.
That would be up to the king.
Oh, we did bring back his son, so we might have a little tiny bit of leverage.
Well, I will release her to you.
Okay.
But next time is death.
Okay. I just look right at her. He said the next time, and I'm being quite serious with you, it means death. So don't fucking do anything.
She's just looking towards you. She's like, I didn't mean to do anything.
I know. These guys, I don't think quite understand forgiveness 100%.
Hi, I'm Clyde. I'm Clyde too. I'm Claudette.
So, how about you point me in the direction of where these ruins are? We're not going in them. We're just going to go get our stuff.
Her stuff is in them.
Can we go in them to just get her stuff? Or have somebody get them for her? She needs her stuff back.
That'll be up to the king.
Well, I sounded like a deflated trumpet there, but hey. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the king right now. Like right now. Come on, Claudette. Thank you.
Three of you begin to make your way. He's following behind you,
obviously.
a good like 10 feet. But you two, as you are standing there waiting with Junior in your hands, eventually this one mushroom comes drapesing down like a little mushroomy stairwell, and behind it is like a long mushroom cap that drags on the ground, and beside it is like a very angular mushroom, like 15, 16 feet tall.
Wow.
Very wide brimmed top. And they both approach you and they're just, you returned with our child.
I
just hold the basket up.
point to him.
Junior, here yours?
The one reaches in, picks him up, and looking him over and hands it to the other one and looks him over and puts it down on the ground, and you see Junior just like scurry underneath the trail. And at this point you can see there's a good like 24 other little mushrooms underneath the trail that's being dragged. And they're like, we thank you for what you have done in returning our child.
I'm sorry, I'm just taking a moment to just picture these little baby mushrooms just like running around and Junior all like, oh my pretty sisters.
Where have you been?
She's gonna have a flashback trauma moment.
Don't self-destruct on these ones.
We're fuck off. We are very happy that we were able to return him. He's been with us for quite a while, but we've done our best to make sure he's safe and happy. I will miss him.
The more feminine looking one like bends down and starts like talking to him very quietly. Eventually stands up and goes, we understand that he has been through trauma. So, thank you for not destroying him. Or leaving him where you found him.
I mean, leaving him where we found him would have just been on the ship.
He was a very easy companion. He just kind of played in my greenhouse, didn't do too much. We did lose him in the vents sometimes. He's very mischievous.
Oh, you shouldn't tell him that.
They will just look at you smiling. Okay.
Not a parent, this one.
Thank you. Well, we don't have anything to offer you. You're more than welcome to stay here for a while if you need to.
I'm not sure. Should we talk to Desmond? I believe this was we just wanted to stop and return him home.
Well, thank you.
Do I get back as I'm here, or as they say that? Like, is there anything we don't have anything to offer?
Sure.
Well, actually.
No, that's exactly.
Well, actually, hi, Horncarver's the name.
I'll say you get back around that time.
We don't
Doesn't
want
matter
any money,
exactly, but hey.
but I would like some special permission to go retrieve some gear that was lost to my counterpart here, because she didn't know that she was trespassing on places that we weren't supposed to be. We just would like to grab that stuff, and then we'll be on our merry way. Maybe an explanation of what's going on with those ruins too, but that doesn't have to be in that.
They look at each other and they talk for a moment. When they talk to each other, they're not saying anything. It's more like little spores popping in and out, and they're just like
spore communication.
Can I decipher what they're saying? With telepathy?
give me an intelligence roll.
I was gonna say that's a new form of intelligence.
I'm gonna quietly just take out. Just
17.
Chisel a little something.
You
in
still
there.
have the helm of.
17.
17.
Yeah, that too. Would my helm of comprehend languages be able to pick that up?
No.
I was gonna say that's spore talk.
It's not
Yeah,
verbal
no.
language.
Yeah.
That is not high enough to decipher it. You know, some creatures talk via like pheromones, so it's hard to decipher smells
Right.
just by looking at
And
it.
also, I can't
They're
even.
not actually thoughts.
I
Which is
can't read
the same.
I can't read star either. So.
The same reason why
Yeah.
you can't understand what they're
Yeah,
saying.
it's a
because
smell.
it's just smells.
Sure.
I get what you're putting down.
And eventually, the masculine-looking one looks towards you and goes, "You are permitted to enter the ruins,
Okay. I hear a butt coming.
but we will only give you 1 day."
Like, can we, like, explore the ruins
We
then?
will give you 1 day to explore the ruins.
Oh.
How far are the ruins from this location?
1 day. That would be so. You have enough time to get there, get your shit, and get the fuck out.
We will have some individuals bring you to the ruins, and you will have 1 day.
Sweet.
And they look towards
Let's
one of
do
the
it.
littler mushrooms, you know, like only 4 feet tall, and look towards them and nod, and they take off and come back with like 5 others, and they will guide you.
Also, question.
Mushroom guides.
If there's, for whatever reason they're forbidden, if we can stop them from being so dangerous, do you want us to? Or is there something past what we can control in that area?
The female one like bends down a little bit towards you. They're taller than you.
Oh yeah, that's a little off-putting because I'm usually the tallest.
So you could decipher that the older a mushroom is, the bigger it is. Right?
No, grandfather mushroom has nothing to do with that. He's just that big. Normally, it's a type of mushroom.
He was born that big.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for the great grandmother.
The female one like bends down and is like, "We don't know. It's just forbidden."
Okay, well,
It's just forbidden.
forbidden! Well, let's see if we can't unforbid them. Kind of look to the Claudette. Did she find that funny?
Claudette is looking at the walls, trying to figure out what the hell they're made of.
Claudette,
Yeah?
they're mushrooms. It's fungus.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is fun, guys.
Danica, get on this shit.
You are forbidden to go through the ruins.
Zanner's just sitting back.
Quick question. Do I
Finally,
have to make a
somebody Clyde smarter
secret
than.
check for...
What are you trying to do?
I took one of my conjuration gems
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need it, and I'm trying to just carve a little message on it, just like the Remora will miss you sign, and then I'm writing our 4 names and Viris.
Wait, what is this? Is rock?
No, it's
It's a gem.
a gem of mine.
You're writing it on the gem?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just press a little thumbprint into it.
Okay. Give me a dexterity roll. Anything less than 15, you just break it in half.
15.
Okay. You get it carved in there.
Actually,
Rudimentary,
yeah,
but
actually 16.
it's in there.
All right.
It's
That
not
was
anything
close.
fancy.
That was really close.
I'm gonna take a risk and step forward, bend down, and just say, Junior.
Like 5 mushrooms come forward.
The junior that was on our ship.
One of them comes forward.
So I hold it out for him. And just,
Takes it. It's as tall as him.
yeah,
He's like full hugging to hold it.
Flop.
that's for you. And only you.
He turns around and starts like walking back. Bye.
Bye, Junior.
Goes back underneath the
Bye, other junior.
the cap.
I miss that little bugger already.
And
Slappy will be happy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he won't be hiding in his box as much anymore.
as you are standing there, those ones that have returned now usher you out into like this little floating mushroom cap.
A lot of shit going on here.
That sounded gross.
It was sounding
I'm
so
just gonna
gross.
say, part of me just wants to say, where are we going for the runes for her stuff?
Yes, her stuff. Stuff like mine.
Part of me just wants to get her stuff and get out.
Part of me wants to figure out why she was being drawn to these ruins.
We all realize that part of her stuff is going to be this frickin' crystal, right?
And
Yeah.
a
Don't
box.
touch this one.
I'll touch whatever I want. See?
I just start touching the mushroom cap.
He's very
Can't stop.
soft, squishy.
Ooh.
I'm not helping save you this time.
Not unless you want a big frickin' headache. I'll be singing show tunes in your head for the next 24 hours a day, 7 days straight. Her name was Lola.
That's great.
I love it.
Shoot, I was gonna.
Sounds like a vacation in paradise.
Oh, we should probably message Desmond and let him know that we will be at 24 hours or less. Or more.
Or less.
Or less.
Or more.
Or
I think
we-
would be
we
in
don't
in trouble, Phils, or more.
The fact is, we don't know how long
Well, they said
their
we could
planet
have.
takes to circle their sun, right?
They said we could have one date. That is
A day
true.
could easily be 48 of our hours, or maybe it's only 5 minutes. We really don't know.
You could ask them.
Now, what is a day to you?
Now, there was a good question that I see. In that every planet's going to have a different variation of time and their words for them. So to keep things simple, I'm just going to use
24 hours.
minutes, hours, days, etc.
Oh, you don't want to talk about your 100-day minute?
No.
Your 100-hour
No.
day?
So,
Come on.
it
Scrambled
is-
my brain. Scrambled
In
the
the
viewers'
translation,
brains.
it comes to 24 of our hours.
It will come to about a 20-hour cycle.
Okay.
20 hours. That's good. That should be enough.
It's enough for us to rest and get the fuck out as well.
Desmond.
You see yes, Ocean.
He sounds very concerned.
Well,
You shouldn't start it like
Are we
that.
carrying any recording equipment with us?
No.
We
Did
should
the ball
probably
come with
get
you?
some.
Yes.
Do we have it? We have, obviously, we have cell phones
We
today.
would.
It just follows me everywhere.
so
That's
you
cool.
have to verbally. It's like Mark. Like you would have to verbally describe what we're seeing.
Oh my god, viewer discretion is advised.
Or even just attempt to see if he can draw what he currently sees and see if he doesn't. But either way.
Can you draw a mushroom?
Clyde found another.
Draws a mushroom.
Like spot on.
Like 9% there.
Okay. Clyde found another Clyde,
probably
except
replicate.
this one, has a different.
She's a female.
Yeah.
It's not hard. And her name is Claudette. Come on.
Anyways, we're grabbing her stuff from ruins, and they're giving us
Does she have
about
big boobs or
20
small boobs?
of our hours to
What is
explore
that?
it.
Oh, I'm curious.
Is Danica curious?
Or are you
I'm
curious?
curious.
Yes, Mackenzie. How is her genitalia?
She's like a solid C.
I wouldn't really say boobs is genitalia.
Appendages. No, that's limbs.
I would definitely say the boobs are not genitalia.
No. They're like a solid
What
C.
are you, the media?
A perky C.
A perky seed?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Very similarly dressed to you, except everything's fur.
See, this is what I used to look like. Minus the boobs. Plus one
Thank you
penis.
for the clarification.
Plus one penis. Remember that.
But the little
Oh,
floating
that is
mushroom.
the appendage that hangs from males.
Yes.
I have seen yours.
Yeah.
The little mushroom car begins to move along.
Looks like a penis, only smaller.
I'll have you know, I rolled for this,
No, we're not getting.
and I have an 11 inches hanging between my legs. Just so you know. It's impressive.
We're not
You're
talking
also
about
like,
your
what,
balls.
7 foot?
Huh?
You're also like, what, 7 foot?
7, 8. I'm almost 8 feet.
It's average.
Yeah, it's average for a Goliath.
Anyway.
Hey, no, they brought it up. I have to defend my manhood.
Talking to Desmond.
Desmond heard all of that.
Background.
You have fun with whatever you're doing, Ocean. We'll be here when you're ready. We'll try to
Holds it the
maintain
whole
course.
time through our argument.
Please. Please, just.
We'll try to stay close to the city. Have fun.
What does Claudette think of all of this?
We're back to Penis Plateau.
She's just watching you guys talking. She's okay.
I'm just gonna look away from you, just. What a nice
So, Claudette.
mushroom.
As
For
you,
getting
I
this
lost in
there.
the distance a beautiful mushroom.
as you leave proximity of the city, all the mushrooms start to get like smaller and whatnot until eventually you're just in like a large plateau. And it takes you several hours aboard the little mushroom car before you eventually start to see more mushrooms growing, but they look like they've dried and wilted. As you get closer, you can also see like stone structuring mixed in with all of it.
Which is odd because everything
Everything
else
else
is
is
like
mushroom, yeah.
fungi.
As you get closer, eventually the vehicle stops and they look towards you all and go, "This is as far as we go. Get out."
Okay. Do you, Claudette, do you hear Arga? Argus? Arga. Ah.
Before that, I was because are you waiting for us, or are we to find our way home?
We will wait.
Thank you.
Are the mushrooms just as ardent around the structure as they are the rest of the planet, or are they kind of smaller and smaller as you get closer and closer?
They are of various sizing, but they're all
So
all
it
dead.
doesn't look like this, like they have anything to do with they don't impact life. They don't
No.
seem to. Okay, that's what I was getting at. But good.
The
Can you
stranger
hear
thing
him?
is
Him,
that
her,
they're
it?
stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they hear it.
What is he? Is it a he or a she? First
there
of
must
all?
be stone in the earth as well.
Well, it sounds like
under
a
the soil.
man, but I'm unsure.
Okay, well, so he. What is he saying?
Arga is kind of a. Doesn't really sound like a name, you know?
Oh, I mean,
Arga.
I met a Kars. I met a.
You want me to find it?
I think I had it here. I met a Baja, a Koth?
Gosh.
Kosh. I met Kosh, you know. There's a lot of things that don't sound like names.
Okay.
Clyde.
Yeah, it's currently just talking to itself.
What's it saying?
It's mad that I just left it.
Well, I don't think you really had a choice in the matter.
No, but I mean, it doesn't know that.
Well, it should. It's a fucking star.
It's star?
We'll get into that.
What?
Just relax.
Damn it, Clyde.
Shush.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure on what.
How about we don't talk about this in open air?
I don't give a fuck who hears me. Everybody that has anything to do with
Don't
this.
look at me for putting up a telepathy shield in range of that frickin' thing.
Everybody that knows about this
Got
probably
like
knows
that.
everything we've already talked about. We're talking about stars here, Oisin. I'm from a different dimension, and I know that this is probably something you can't block out even if you're in a lead ship.
In my experience, stars are very stubborn.
See, this is what I'm saying. Take it from the star.
But your coffins, or whatever you want to call them, do seem to block it out.
But it's not. If she can hear it,
Not if it's inside its box.
I would assume that, I know what you mean, but at this point,
We'll have to look to her for cues.
It's not the stars
If she
I'm worried
starts-
about.
If she starts turning into an asshole, we're going to snatch that thing, throw it in the box, and shut the lid.
yeah, that sounds about right. So,
So did you hear that, person within earshot?
I did, and it doesn't sound like a good idea, but it sounds like an idea.
okay, so to fill in the gaps,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly how I got or you got here, because I'm guessing you're from the Sword Coast, right?
Yeah.
Used to live on a floating city,
Yep.
big tribe of giants, and yeah, so did I. Father's name is Theodore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, there are other Clydes.
May I
I've met.
inside check that?
Go for it.
She might just be agreeing with everything you're saying.
Everything's pretty well down to the wire, though.
And I pull Clyde aside just for a
21.
moment and say,
Tell the truth.
Alright.
there's another option.
I know the check is a good idea, though.
There's another option here, Clyde. This is out of earshot of everybody else. You can communicate with this thing. You're more experienced than she is.
I probably could.
So you probably have more of a resistance than she does.
Can I hear it?
Yeah. As you begin to get a little closer to the ruins themselves, you can just hear and why did she leave me here? I can't see anything. I can't do anything, and I'm just stuck here.
I try and tap into that and say, she didn't leave you on purpose, man.
It's quiet for a moment.
Is this thing on? Hello?
And who are you?
I'm Clyde. The male counterpart of Claudette.
And who do you belong to?
I'm assuming Kosh?
So it is about that time?
Whatever time that is.
Good.
I don't know what that means.
So we're just standing here listening to him. Are you mentally communicating?
Yes.
Or, okay.
I'm just kind of
So
standing
we're all just
there.
kind of standing here. Should we try and find it?
I
What are
was
we waiting
gonna say
for?
we start walking while we're talking, but now he's just sort of blankly staring at.
I'm focused.
I like tap him on the shoulder.
There's mushrooms standing by watching us.
They're
waiting
like
for us to
they're
enter
a couple
for the
yards
count.
back, right?
They're 10, 20 feet back, yeah.
So think of it this way. You wouldn't know this because you don't watch Critical Role. You know how when Caleb goes into
When he goes into
Frumpkin? Kind of like that, just not hazed over. You probably could move me. I'm just really focused on what I'm doing. But,
I shoulder Clyde again.
so, just, when you say belong to, what do you mean by that?
It's good to know that the rest are starting to activate. It's about time.
I'm gonna ask Claudette, which direction is it?
I'll lead you right to it, best my memory.
Yeah, do that while I carry him.
Okay. And she begins to lead. And as you enter the ruins, the mushrooms stop, and you're now on an old cobblestone pathway with grass peeking out of it. And there's all these stone houses everywhere. But you two being the most technologically advanced, there are like broken light fixtures hanging off the buildings, and there are vehicles of some form that have been destroyed.
Does it look like anything the mushroom people we've seen?
No.
Unlikely, yeah.
I would like the 4 of you though to roll intelligence for me.
Oh,
Ooh,
Like a key
18.
roll this session.
18.
18.
12.
Mm-hmm.
I
18.
was gonna say you do have your.
I'm just more focused. Holy
22.
fuck, he's heavy.
22.
But it's a 17, right? Yeah, it's 17.
luck. Much better.
What'd you get?
That would be a mod 20.
Mod 20. So, the only one who doesn't notice it, nor really care about it, because you're more interested in like, there's technology here, but they just look like rudimentary huts sort of set up. The rest of you notice that occasionally there's skeletons. Large, 20-foot tall skeletons.
20 foot tall.
I'm also just more focused. Holy fuck!
And that's when you start to notice like, these structures are geared towards them. The doorways are 20, 22 feet tall. The light fixtures that at first look like, you know, they might be like that big. They're like this big.
When we were on the ship on Calatuli, were they Clyde-sized bodies, or they were the 15 to 20 foot sized bodies, weren't they?
You were on Calatuli.
Yeah, remember when that first ship we investigated with the
They were
gargoyles?
Clyde-sized.
They were Clyde-sized.
Yeah.
Okay,
Those were Goliaths.
These are bigger.
so these are like giant-sized.
Celestials are that big too, aren't they?
So,
Could be.
with me being still tapped in, I just say, can you see anything?
No, we just hear and see what our counterpart sees.
Okay, what is... I was about to ask what you see through her eyes, but you're going to see exactly what I see, so don't... I'm still new to this.
And after a little bit, you just hear the voice go, there are 4 of you.
So, there's me, Claudette, Cars? Does that ring a bell to you?
It stops you and goes, I see the little grey one, the funny hair, the burning one. I remember her. And the little thin ape man.
No, I'm the second tallest.
Thin ape man.
Such an interesting group.
Thin ape. Are you talking about us?
Yes. Can you tell Claudette to stop staring at the walls?
I kind of like... Claudette!
She's just like walking through the ruins, just running her finger on the wall.
Claudette!
Yeah,
Focus!
I'm trying. It's
Wow.
boring here.
Fuck, I know, but like, focus.
Hey, this is exactly how it is with you.
Well, shit happens. Focus.
Try.
Harder.
Great.
And I go back.
You've had practice. Maybe you should be nicer to her. She's been doped up for a
'Cause
little
we're-
while.
I kind of climb off of Oisin, and you guys are nice about me losing my concentration.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we're such a bright beacon of positivity over here.
I've heard a saying, pot calling kettle black or something or another.
I've never said anything mean about it.
Y'all.
True, she never says anything mean about anything.
She just destroys whole races. You know, you've done it twice, almost twice.
I'm about to walk right out of here.
You're lucky that star didn't kill everybody.
At which point you hear,
Stop pissing off the one person next to you.
which star was it that almost killed everybody?
I don't remember. Honestly, honest to God, it's not like I don't want to tell you. I just can't remember.
Plenty is... Yeah.
Mostly because I
I
don't
was gonna
think...
say, we literally just did this.
You think Clyde cares?
I was going to say, Clyde wasn't really a part of that.
Pretty sure Clyde was still in bed napping.
Remember?
No, you guys were copying the book over.
Oh, right.
Okay, we were doing the book. We weren't dealing with the star.
No, but you guys were riding my goddamn ass about it.
Would you rather me tell him exactly? I could ask you for the names so I could tell them.
Whatever.
What's the name then? What's
Tajuli.
I think it was Tanuli.
Oh.
Ring any bells?
Did she escape?
I don't know what you mean by escape. She walks the planet.
Then that's a yes.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Don't throw stuff.
All I've got is dice. If I start throwing stuff, someone's gonna lose an eye.
That's not good.
And cups.
That's not good. Yeah, so, I don't know. She said something.
Yeah, now you've done it. Clyde's gonna spill the beans all over the place.
She was talking about something about a war or something she was fighting in.
She was.
Sure. I don't know anything.
Well, that's
I don't know everything as I'm telling you.
Clyde, what is your sense of this being? Is it seem much less hostile than the two we met aboard our ship? My father's ship?
Oh, it's definitely not like Kosh at all. Seems calm. A little annoyed that it's in the dark, but
Could you ask it a question that's been eating at me?
sure.
Ask this being if it's aware of a set of twins. I don't know what their real names are, but we call them Rigel. Rigel Alpha and Rigel Beta.
Okay.
They're the star system, a binary star system I come from. They're twins. There's two of them.
Okay.
Ask if she knows who they are.
What was that again? Just because.
Rigel, R-I-G-E-L.
R-I-G-E-L.
Alpha and Beta.
And B. Okay.
Do I know?
Well, I was going to ask her, but I assumed that she
You
wouldn't, because
have?
you don't seem to know any of the others until they introduce themselves.
You have asked her, and I thought she was like, I've heard of them, but I'm not near enough or something like
It's probably-
that.
probably
Yeah, the
was
first
that.
day, the very first day I
Yeah.
asked, but you didn't seem to really.
My friend has a
seem
question
kinda
for
new.
you. And since it seems like I'm the only ones that can actually commute with you.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Do you know a star system by the names of Rigel Alpha and Rigel Beta?
not from my time, but names change.
I don't know what. I guess it's a star that he's from. So,
Can I tell him the system that it's from, and then?
Sure.
Okay, so I don't actually know on the map. I should know that. Do you know? Have you worked it out where Killian is? So what is the name of that system?
It's the Rigel system.
The Rigel system. So So if she doesn't know the name Rigel, then these guys would probably be older than her since he's dying. He's so old that he's dying.
are
or
you
at least-
dying?
No.
Oh, you mean.
Rigel.
Yeah, Rigel.
Oh,
One of
the
mine.
You
Rigel
keep
stars
saying
are dying.
the shard is a masculine voice.
It's a masculine. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Argus or Arga. He says they're not from his time.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's before his time or after his. I don't know.
Okay. Well, he doesn't know.
But he knows of them.
I just wanted. Hopefully, one of these stars can help Rigel.
Could you help Rigel?
Can you help me?
Well, what do you want?
Well, get Claudette to me, and let's go a little deeper in here.
Okay, well,
Are you still doing this all mentally?
Yeah.
Have you said that to us?
I've been talking to Zanner about things, but that's the only thing that's broken my consciousness. But now I'm gonna say,
Claudette, we need to find the shard. He might be able to help you.
Ask it one more thing. If I tap in telepathically, it's going to blast my mind all to hell.
He's a bit of a telepath. If he was to try and communicate with you, are you going to destroy his brain? Because Kosh kind of did that to him. He went a little psycho for a little bit.
I guess that depends on how weak he is.
I just kind of relate. It depends on how weak you are.
I could get my skills after the last.
Is
brain
he
burst.
considered a magical being?
He's a fucking
Technically.
he's a star.
Yeah.
So then I should get, because I have saving throws against magical stuff for intelligence, wisdom, and...
Okay.
I'll try it. Can I borrow one of your...
Which ones?
The crystal?
Yep.
Not the... Not the one that was killing him.
Yeah, don't touch that one.
That one's metal.
Okay, that's 16. I don't know what that is.
Hey, those dice are a little tiny.
Is that a 1?
11.
That's 11, so we'll go with the 16. So 21.
21? Okay. Well, when we get to it, you can
21.
attempt it.
Thanks, sweetie.
Let's use our...
That was a saving throw.
Yeah.
Are you not
Or wasn't
proficient in...
You're not close enough yet.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't have even rolled.
No.
Okay, alright.
So just
That's what happens when you jump the gun.
Okay.
metagame the stream here, real quick. I'm getting some audio feedback. Everybody, other than me, has to go up in volume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you guys know.
Well, when we get to doing the new setup, that should
Yeah, it'll
start
change. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Apparently, you look orange.
Yeah, no, that happened
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
when the camera got messed up.
He's not just looking orange. He just had a bad tan. Everybody.
Oh.
I mean, like, what
He
looks
went for the Trump tan.
what looks oranger? What looks oranger? Me or this?
I don't know. When you hold it up, they both look about the same.
Oh, wow. That's not good. That's not good in real time, she could say that.
Wouldn't orange things be even oranger?
I mean, you just kind of blend in with the background, but okay.
Ooh.
That's fair.
As any
I
consolation,
am pasty
Julia
as
does
fuck.
say you look cute today.
Aw, thanks, Julia.
So,
Sorry, I just, everybody, if it's an audio problem, I think we should know.
yeah. So, you proceed. How much of an audio problem? Well, no.
I'm not. Step behind the curtain.
We'll try that.
Use your horn,
Except-
maybe it'll help.
Except when Korben does that, because he spikes it all into the red.
Huh?
Don't, or I'll break it.
He's like, oh fuck.
No, it's just your enabler.
As Claudette begins to lead the way, you eventually get deeper into the ruins, and more of the buildings are destroyed and dilapidated, until eventually she comes to one and begins to like work her way inside one, and you find like a little home setup, some dried wood that's being burnt a little bit, and they're sitting on like an old chair that would be suited towards someone 15, 20 feet tall. There's like the glass shard sitting there, and she's like somehow adhered 2 little mushroom caps to the front of it, so it looks like eyes, and there's like another stick underneath it, so it looks like a mouth.
Going a little crazy there, are you, Claudette?
It makes it easier, at least it has a face to talk to.
That's true.
I'm not just talking to a chunk of glass,
Okay, so I go, okay, we found you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did find you. And it's just quiet for a moment. Good. Now,
What's
Let's-
in here?
inside here,
Yes.
looking around, you...
No, I mean, like, I'm talking to Arga.
Oh,
Is
Like-
it Agar or Arga?
Argar. Argar.
Agar.
Agar. Agar.
Agar.
Argar. Arr, matey. No,
Oh.
too much?
He goes, well, in here, nothing.
I mean, like, you said to go deeper into the ruins.
Deeper than here.
We only have, like, a day to be in here before
Well, then
somebody dies.
And I guess we should not dawdle.
No fucking shit.
Or we can just turn ass and go back home.
Or, okay, you know what? Let's just turn around and, like, completely miss something that could get me home.
How many of these stars that we've met have been beneficial?
I mean, Baja hasn't really done much.
Cool. So, before this guy, 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Kosh, Kars.
Kars is one of me. He's not
Yeah.
a star. He's just on fire, which I still don't understand.
Oh, I thought he was possessed by a star.
He might be,
Okay, then that's worse. A 50-50% chance.
but like the thing is,
He has his shard in his face, right?
Yeah.
So him and his shard have probably merged.
so there's.
Okay, so still 1 out
So-
of 3.
Let me get this straight. There's Shadow Dancer,
It was Baja.
Baja,
There is Kosh, which is your star.
Kosh is mine, and then
Kars,
Kars,
who looks like he's merged with his star.
and now there's Claudette.
Yep.
Because
So
when we
there's
talked,
5 so far. Well, there's.
talked to something, they knew Karsa's name.
I would say that there's one.
So that could
There's
have been
4
the actual
stars,
star.
then?
So far, yeah.
4 stars.
So Kars may actually not have been that Clyde's name.
Yeah, Kars might be the star's
He
name.
was probably an actual Clyde. We just don't have his last name, like Shadow Dancer or you guys.
Mm-hmm. So
Kars was probably the
the
star
way
that
I
took
look
him.
at it, O'Shine, is this guy has been the most beneficial, helpful.
So 2 out of 4 are bad.
One was talking in riddles. One, it seems like he's hell-bent on some sort of mission. This guy seems like he's kind of bent on a mission, but, like, he's also trying to help us.
So yeah, 2 out of 4 were
I'm just saying, I don't want to miss an opportunity for me to get home. You wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to get home. I don't want to miss an opportunity.
I can go home.
That's my point. You can go home. I can't. I'm stuck in a world that is not mine.
I know, but here's the thing. If Agar is with Claudette, you wouldn't be going to your home, you'd be going to Claudette's.
Which is my home. Well, kind of my home. But it might give me an idea how to get home. That's what I'm trying to say.
19 hours. Because we need that 1 hour to ensure.
Get the fuck
that we're
outta here.
Yeah. 19
Yeah,
hours.
I'm not saying we
So, I don't
risk
care
it.
if we're in the middle of talking to some ancient I don't give a fuck or out.
You guys will be out. You can leave me here. I'll face the consequences. If this gets me home, it'll get me home.
I don't know. I couldn't rest that on my conscience.
You don't have to. It'll rest on mine.
As you two have been talking, Claudette's packed up everything. She's made like a little sling to sit Agar in on her front, and has like the box.
A little like mushroom eyes peek now.
Yeah, she has her box under her arm. She's like, okay, let's go deeper.
Yep, let's go.
As we're walking, I'm gonna be talking to Clyde.
Are there any writings anywhere?
In here,
Yeah. Anything that?
nothing legible, or in a language that you know.
Wait, so we're about to go down into
So
something,
it's not.
right?
There's no celestial
No, like
writings.
you're about to go deeper into the city,
Into the city.
into
Okay.
the ruins
So as
Can
this,
I
of what is a city.
Can I read the walls with my helm? Or is
You
it
can read the
star?
walls without the helm.
It's in Goliath or in Giant.
Yep.
What does it say?
It's just a family name.
you know, that just makes
like
sense
a little
considering
family
the
tree
giant
written
dead
on the
bodies.
walls.
It's just a family name.
Yeah, you know,
What family name?
Horncarver.
not anything that you know.
Oh, okay.
Bootlicker.
So
I'm being general here so that I don't have to list like 40 giants' names.
before we go in, I'm just gonna leave a little druid message on one of the stones. Just gonna like carve it in and just be like, I don't know if the mushrooms that led us here, any of them are druids, but I'm just gonna leave a little message that just is like, we went that way.
Okay, so guys, this was meant for giants. I can read the walls.
Okay.
So I definitely think we're meant to be here.
Okay.
Claudette starts walking off.
Follow her.
Okay.
Can we
Um,
follow him?
It's kind of awkward watching her for those that can perceive the box. Clyde, you watch as occasionally she like changes how she's holding it. And,
Would you like me to carry that?
no, it's my burden. It's
But I was
awkward. It's bigger than I am.
3 people were about
It's
to
not
stop
heavy.
and be like, no.
I'm not looking in it.
I know.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying because, you know.
just awkward size.
Okay.
How heavy is the box?
Like 30 pounds?
40 pounds, yeah. It's not heavy.
It's just awkward because it's huge.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like 3 feet wide.
That harness he made for weight. There's no way
7
we
feet
could.
tall.
No, God,
no.
no. And there's no way we could balance it on the staff, so it's just...
But she could just hold it and keep it from falling.
True. Would it fit on his staff?
It should. It lifts. It lifts. Does it say? I'll have to take it
No,
out.
no,
Okay,
here's
sure.
what you do.
I thought it said
Because
400 pounds.
have the staff on the back. He's
But, okay,
hovering
you gotta-
it, stabilizing the bottom.
How
There
are
it is.
you going to put the box on the staff? How are you going to put a Clyde-sized coffin on top of a 6-foot stick?
two people on
Well,
either
it doesn't
side
have
balancing
to.
it.
It doesn't have to. Well, she
Just
just
to,
has
like,
to balance it, right?
Carry the weight of it.
Yeah, if it's sat
Yeah,
in here's,
Okay,
Make
let's
it a
say
little
this
bit
is a
easier.
cube,
Yeah,
and it's kind of sitting like
I was
that,
saying,
and she's just keeping it
Zanner
from
still
falling.
have it in the holster, and he's sort of hovering underneath it, stabilizing it too.
No, because well, I guess that it would just fall off one side of me. There's no way it could squish me
Okay.
because I can hold way more weight than.
I'll allow it.
You should just kind of turn it into an ang stick where you've got like the little footholds.
400 pounds.
And
I love
just
it.
like
400
I love
pounds
that.
apart from up to 400 pounds. That includes me.
So
Oh yeah, you'll be fine then.
You weigh like
I'll
what,
allow
65?
it, but it's just kind of.
You weigh less
It's gonna
than
look
the
awkward.
coffin.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
better than somebody having to haul it on their back.
Anyway.
Well, technically.
Shadow Dancer did it.
Well, maybe he's
So the Shadow Dancer had tied his to his back.
So it was stuck there. It wasn't moving.
But as you guys proceed deeper, eventually the buildings stop, and eventually you're just in what could be best described as a town square.
It's like a community.
It's
Is all of the wildlife here kind of dead still?
yes. It is about 100 feet across in any direction, and it looks like just this large circle pattern continuing in. In the center, there's a little pedestal.
What happened here? And I talked to
Agar.
Agar.
Well, people like that one decided to do this to me.
What, shatter you?
Somewhat. Let's get closer.
But that one. Who?
Like Claudette?
No. The little burning friend.
Wasn't me.
That you know of.
I kind of just do the side eye. What do you mean?
Well, we gotta get closer.
No. Before things go awry, which I have a bad feeling they're going to. What do you mean? Someone like my friend did this to you?
Let's make a compromise. About halfway, and I'll explain.
Oh, no, I don't like that. I feel like halfway is about how close you need to be to that pedestal.
No.
Insight check.
Go for it.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Insight. Where the fuck is it? Well, it's a 16.
He's telling the truth.
Because he rolled better, or because he's actually telling the truth?
He's telling the truth.
Alright.
You can't sneak that stuff out.
Okay.
Alright.
You're gonna go 50 feet?
Claudette, do you mind if I take Agar up? I just don't want anybody else getting hurt.
Just holding on to him and come with.
Okay, let's go. Everybody else, for the sake of everybody else, just stay back. You're gonna see something happen, then you can help.
I believe I should go because if this is related to a star, I can read star.
I have a bad feeling that stars like you are the reason why he's in pieces.
Then he probably... We will discuss this later.
He probably deserved it, huh?
Or stars like you, like Tanuli, deserved her imprisonment. I don't know. I feel like this is some cosmic bullshit that I shouldn't have been mixed up into, but I am.
Tanuli seemed to care strongly for her planet.
And maybe he strongly cares for whatever. Could be this. Could be whatever his planet is.
I just go anyways.
Okay.
As you get closer, he goes, now Claudette calls me Agar because she has troubles with big words.
Okay.
Her name is Agaricus.
Agaricus?
Cus.
So A-G...
Which is the system you're in.
Oh, it is!
So this... Okay, so this is... You're the star for this planet.
Am I?
Well, that's what I would assume.
I assume the same thing. But the only way to find out is if we get closer.
I don't feel as good about this.
Yeah.
I just got like a really deep pit in his stomach.
I'm gonna like try and go there
The ape
first.
man was
To read
right.
the pedestal.
getting closer to the pedestal, you cannot read it.
Okay.
What is the
AGARIC.
Also, the pedestal, as you get closer, is about 5 feet wide. It's sort of like a uniform etchings all the way around it. The only difference is you stand there, or like if you go around it a couple times, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just circle it.
You do see a little section at the top where it has like what looks like a stone ball, and at one point there's what looks like a wedge of it missing.
That would fit him. Are they all? They're all shards.
They're all stars.
They're all stars.
That's the main reason I didn't want to talk about it in open air. It's not because I'm worried about the stars listening in. Because I think the turtles are trying to hide anything about the star calamity.
Tanuli wasn't a shard though. She was a full-on
She was
ball.
a chunk. A shard.
She was a chunk. But she was round, right?
What
But
if-
she just didn't have a Clyde?
What if,
What the fuck is going
just as a spitball
on? I
here.
don't want a Clyde. Just putting it out there.
Excuse me?
At this point,
You don't want me anymore?
Danny is your own person!
at this point,
Danny
Gar
has
pipes up and goes, "As we get closer, I can help your friend.
Like her?
I can attempt to help your friend. No, with the Rigel problem,
Okay.
I can attempt. I will not guarantee, because I don't know the extent of the issue.
Can you tell me more about the star calamity? Before I put you back together?
What is the star calamity?
Or
Maybe he was
the
shattered.
solar calamity, sorry.
Maybe he shattered before it happened.
I can tell you what happened up to this becoming me.
Okay, then have at it.
I was instructing thousands of my servants to go to war with another, at which point I was captured and restrained and shattered.
No, you hell bent on domination.
That piece of me was then fired off into a collapsing something, and then I woke up here with Claudette.
What were you at war with? Thank you. Who were you trying to fight?
The opposing side.
Which is?
I assume you're trying to look for like a faction name or something.
I'm looking to see whether or not you're good or evil.
That depends on your point of view.
I figured it'd come down to something like that, but give me a reason to believe that you're the good side. Otherwise, I can't help you. If you're evil, I cannot help you.
What would make me evil to you, Clyde?
I don't, like I said, trying to dominate the cosmos, trying to enslave races.
Well, that's why we created them.
That was my tip off. Guys, and I completely turn around. This isn't a good idea.
I was right.
You know what? Because I think it would be more suiting. I want you to roll Claudette a attention roll.
With my
Yep.
I think it's just you, just missing a Y chromosome, dude.
Pretty much.
11, I just fail.
She's wandered off, and she's about 3 feet away from the pedestal to that one
She
wedge,
has the shard.
and she's just like picking it up. And
She's about 3 feet away. I fucking quick draw. I dash.
3 feet away from the pedestal. That's 25 feet away from you.
But I'm
Or
right
50
there.
feet away from you.
50 feet?
Yeah.
I dash and I tackle
But
the
I'm
shit
right
out
there.
of her.
You are. But we are. Oh no, we're not. We still have a bit of time.
I'm just
I was
gonna,
gonna say, you're not stopping this one
try
on
and
us.
grab her
20
arm.
more minutes.
I'm just gonna be, ugh!
I wouldn't
Okay,
touch it, but...
Give me an opposed strength roll.
No, I wanted to just grab her arm.
Oh, okay.
Because I was waiting for you to stop talking to be like, because I wanted to like kind of like feel along it and be like, I really think we shouldn't do this.
But as
Don't worry, I figured that out myself.
As I like the tension, Clyde, I need you to roll the strength roll for Claudette.
And I already said I was shooting her.
So that's 18.
Oh, good. I really an 18? 14. I don't even have to look. It's 7 plus 7.
Do I roll an attack?
Go for it.
Okay. I'm just shooting to, like, just fuck up her hand so she drops it.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
looking
do
for
that,
a kill shot.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
I think you're gonna kill her with one shot.
Oh, no. 14.
14. That hits, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's my armor class, it just hits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit.
So it hits. We won't do damage. You knock the piece out, and you're holding her arm down, and she's sort of looking around with that look of like, "What did I do wrong?"
And I come in just fucking. Ugh!
Fucking just fit fury. Boom! Knock her over.
Don't do that.
Now, my senses at the moment, for the start, for this, with Tanuli, I could sense something was wrong. Here, does anything feel wrong?
Give me an arcane roll.
And as she does that, I explain to Claudette,
My last luck.
this doesn't feel right.
How big's that box? Like, what's that box of jewels made out of?
The one that you got earlier. It wood and a bit of like fabric, but it's only like this big.
And how big's a gar?
Like
A melon shape.
if you were to
Melon
take the
size.
wedge out of a basketball.
Alright.
Okay.
13.
13.
Yeah.
It's about to be like
Looking
lead
around,
box.
there's like
motherfucker.
you know what the
Oh, I
energy
have an
feels like
idea.
because you've handled Tanuli when she was
Yeah.
still a core. That's coming off of a gar, and it's also coming off that piece at the top.
The
Yeah.
sphere of the pedestal
Yeah.
is the same energy. Is it sound like it's in pain like it did before, like that sense of it, or just it feels like the same
Like
energy
the
level?
one on the top of the pedestal.
Yeah.
It is a little high up. Give me an I want to say acrobatics, but give me an athletics roll to just pull yourself up closer to get your
No,
ear to
there's
it.
no way. 4.
4. No, you can't quite hear anything
I
coming from that part of it.
suggest that maybe we bring Claudette with her. Is it Claw or Clydette?
Claudette.
Claudette.
Okay.
I suggest we bring her with us with a
Remember-
car and maybe speak to Tanuli.
You remember what I did to Kosh? Threw him in the box. I'm doing that to Agar. Because this is a bad thing. He
Is there a way-
literally just said, when I asked him, show me a reason why you're good or evil, and I asked him if it was to enslave humanity or whatever, what have
how'd you say that? That's why we made them?
Yeah, isn't that why we made them? That was my tip off. I'm throwing them in the box.
So now, statistically, if we compare it to...
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
It was sounding good.
Mhm.
I owe somebody an apology.
Hey, and I wanted to tell you, I somewhat...
I owe 2 people apologies.
I somewhat need you. We'll explain on the ship once that's out of your ship.
Is
But-
there a way of putting it in without any of us touching it?
I think our best result would be a non-Clyde. Because if your star, that star energy, if any of... I think one of us is the best shot.
Actually, I think maybe...
Plus I got a lead glove.
True. You know what? That's a good idea.
You're gonna
I
pick it
vote
up?
for Ocean.
Okay, you pick it up.
I
What are you doing
open-
with it?
I opened the box. I said, throw it in!
Is that your box?
No, it's Agar's box.
Alright.
It's the one Claudette had. And I shut the door.
Okay, that brief moment as it like crosses the threshold of the lid, it just sort of like disappears and you shut the lid.
Do I hear anything as it goes? Because I could hear the other boxes before.
You can hear a guard just being like, I will wait.
Did me and Claudette hear
Yeah.
that? That's not good.
Now, I'm curious, have I heard the conversation the whole time?
You would have heard bits and pieces of it.
If I was choosing to listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep this box. Claudette, you come in with us.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not safe for you to be alone.
Okay.
Maybe we should return to the Turtle planet and see with to newly returned if we have access to those books we didn't before.
Could you speak? I'm losing a voice here. Could you speak to Tanuli right now?
I'm not sure if I can. Maybe once we return to the ship, I can try.
Weren't you able to tap into Mechanist from a distance?
He was on my planet. But I can speak to Widget. Maybe he can send a message to Mechanist.
Sort of a network of stars. Yeah. Ask.
Which Widget's with us.
See if he will answer.
I have been ordered to.
He's like, fuck,
Raise
holy
everything
fuck,
down.
holy fuck.
I know. It just
There's too much going on.
does really good shit.
Gets the other arm involved.
Scott,
2 books, 3 books, because he's got the 2 on his side.
all these
and then the
arms
2
have
underneath,
just
right?
dropped down. He's just a ball on the ground. Just all these arms are writing and holding books. Like, there's too much.
Taking sketches.
Could we see if Widget can contact Mechanist, or even see if this is going straight to...
Okay, so I kind of just kneel down and I just like kind of just do a little knock on Widget's head. Just a little one, just like a pay attention. And it's like,
Okay.
I really need to speak to Mechanist or to Newly. Can you get a message to Mechanist?
I have been instructed to record everything that happens.
Wait, tell him to send the record back.
Can you send your notes back to Mechanist?
Stops for a moment. Holds its little book. Closes it. Puts it into like a little slot under its mouth. And you just watch its arms and legs like collapse into it, and it just shuts down and falls.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
I'm not carrying that.
sorry, Widget.
And 600 is too much for the.
And there's like, as you're gonna roll it a
I'm
bit.
starting to roll him
As
a
you
little.
roll it, there's just like a little beep, 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 beep.
Self-destruct!
Maybe that's it's signaled to Mechanist to collect him.
Yes.
I mean, do what I do.
Or
I sit down
another
and
drone.
concentrate.
Or another drone.
Another drone. How about we just? I'm just walking with it. How about we just return to the ship, and we will figure this out there.
Yeah.
I do not feel comfortable in this area right now.
Good idea.
Have we
let's-
pretty much seen everything there is to see in this
Are you asking Claudette or just in general?
in general?
In general?
How long
No,
has it
there's-
been?
You've like walked down a street into the center of town.
Okay, so we
So-
have.
I feel like there's probably the full town going on, but I think the further away we get from that monument,
The better.
until we learn more about the solar
as we
quality.
leave, when I. What is it again? 20 minutes? That detect magic is
10.
valid for? 10 minutes? How long did it take us to get as far in as we did?
What?
Like in half an hour walking.
Well,
It's a big town, but it's not huge.
We're in the
It's 120
density of
feet.
it, so maybe start here because the
Yeah,
closer
I
we
might-
walk
I might
out,
as
it's gonna
well,
get
but-
less.
With detect magic up, there's been a lot of talking. There was a moment of like, oh shit, but this entire town center is radiating some sort of low emission energy, low emission magic. So it's the pedestal, and you can sense like it has like the center is magical, and then it like goes off in one way as well.
I can.
Is that away from us?
Sort of, yeah. Like if you guys walked in at like 6 o'clock, it's going off at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock ish, Or no, sorry, if you walked in at 6, it's like at 11.
Okay.
I got my angle.
I don't want to do. I don't want to no.
But
we
it's
we
part
just
of
barely
this.
found out. We almost
part of
resurrected
this.
an asshole.
You're detecting that there is a magical presence that goes that way, that is part of the center.
Yeah, I feel like at
Okay.
this moment is not the time to explore until we
Nope.
learn more.
No, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get back to the ship.
Okay.
Claudette, no more zoning out.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just rolling.
You
Widget.
carry her box. You carry her coffin, right? Just so she isn't
Yeah.
drawn.
And we still have Shadow Dancer's box, right?
Yeah, we have Baja.
Okay.
Baja can help.
No, I'm all officially thinking that everybody is a dick.
See, that's what I was trying to look for before, was if Baja was what the star's name was for that planet we were on. But I feel like I tried to communicate with that star.
Because I didn't ask for it at the time, can I get a history roll from Zanner?
Yep.
I mean, you gotta talk on the way back.
We have a lot of talking to do.
E.
No,
13.
13?
I need
Yeah.
you.
Baja is the name of a system. You just can't remember where.
Okay. If we're on I'm just gonna say to Claudette, I'm going to carry your box because I just think right now you might be a little tired, a little stressed out.
No, I'm all right.
Are they leaving footprints?
A little confused as to what's going on, but yeah.
That's enough.
Is it? It's been dusty in here. Nobody's been in here. Is there footprints leading the way out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, guys, I'm just gonna be a few minutes. You guys head out. I'll catch up with you. And I fly off, following
The path?
the path
Okay.
of magic
Okay.
as fast as I can without,
So
because I can go almost twice their speed.
Yeah.
on the way
You
out.
could also, if your concern is getting back to that spot, you
Yeah, I'll
could
just
also,
be able to follow the magic path.
go out the city that way and then just circumvent it so you're not still in the ruins.
That's right.
Okay.
I spoke with that star very briefly because it says we are safe, but then she tuned me out. But it tuned me out. All I have is quiet, calm voice. I didn't write if it was male or female because Baha was female.
Mm-hmm. So on the way up, Danica, I owe you an apology. A little stressful. I think this whole space thing is really starting to get to me a little bit. I should listen to you a little bit more often. You may be new to this, but you are a star after all. You might have knowledge that is just locked away and need the right questions to unlock it.
I can understand why you may be hesitant or guarded because your past interactions with these other stars are proving to be not helpful, dangerous.
Yeah.
But I promise I have only ever helped my planet grow, and I only wish to help my friends grow. I will never try and lead you astray.
Well, let's hope not. And, Oisin, I apologize.
Well,
I don't need to be so coarse and upset with you all the time.
no, you just remind me of younger me.
Okay.
Of course, just yelling at everyone. It's fine. But, we need to have a talk.
Alright, have at it.
I visited a friend. I can't say who,
Okay.
but, they...
Oisin, if you tell me you're a fucking star incarnate, we're gonna have an issue.
No, my friend, she's a fortune teller of sorts. You know that Clyde in the dream running in that city?
Yes.
We need to find him.
I have a very... it's very safe to assume that we need to find us all.
Well,
Meaning we might have to go back to whatever that planet was to get Shadow Dancer back. I think we shouldn't leave the Clydes alone. It might get confusing on the ship a little bit, but...
Clyde? Yes.
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Horncarver too.
Yeah?
Yeah? The male one. Okay.
No, that Clyde is... apparently it's... that Clyde has something to do with my daughter.
Like the Clyde in my dreams.
Yes.
Now, how do you know that? Fortune teller, you said.
Fortune teller friend.
I'm not speaking ill of your friend, but you know fortune tellers can be a little...
With the light show they put on, I'm pretty sure they're a real fortune teller.
Okay, well. In obviously due time, we will find him or her.
Pretty sure we saw this guy.
We thought... Sorry. We thought up until this point we were all males.
No, I knew eventually we would run into infinite. It's a theory. You're you might not have developed it, but parallel universe theory.
I don't
many
know what that
worlds,
means.
Every small little change, whether, let's say, what did you have for breakfast today?
I didn't eat this morning. That could explain why I'm hungry.
And then there are several Clydes who have different breakfasts, or some who didn't have breakfast but had a lunch. Some that didn't have breakfast yesterday but had breakfast today. Every little decision results in a
Oh,
different
Shane, you're
Clyde.
starting to lose me a little bit.
Every decision you ever make is a different Clyde.
As you two ramble on about that, making your way outside of the city, Zanner, you're flying off, following that path as quick as you can before the magic wears
Runs
off.
out.
Eventually, you get to what's almost the edge of the city, and you see there's a couple like buildings there as well, but they seem to be blown onto each other, like they've been torn apart and blown out. And there are these 4 streams of stones leading out from a center point.
Oh.
You eventually get closer to them, and there's like a little pedestal there.
Oh, shit.
Not like what you had before. Just like a section of ground that's raised up 3-4 inches higher than the rest of the ground around it. Looks a little rougher.
Why do I have a bad feeling
Okay,
like
so I
there's a
will
good and a
examine
bad
it.
start at every
Is there-
planet?
It's in the same language as the other pedestal?
There's no writing on it.
No writing on it at all.
But it is magical, and then the spell eventually fades off. But yeah, magical. Something about it's magical.
Do I get a sense of anything if I touch it?
It's a little warmer right above it.
Can I do an arcane check, or is that pointless?
You know it's magical. Something about it's magical. You could walk around it. You can.
Yeah, well, until it runs out, I'll see if there's any part of it that I can take with me.
No, this whole section is
It's
probably
all
a good,
one.
It's probably a good like 40 feet from side
Okay.
to side in
That's
any
all
dimension. Yeah.
the magic thing. Does it feel stronger than the center one did?
Yes. But it's connected and slightly different, but
There is no spot to put a.
no.
Okay.
It looks like, if you were to think,
Sword and stone?
it's like a courtyard, and then there's like a rock in the center that's a little taller,
Sword
and
and
just
stone.
smooth along the top, and then what looks like several pillars almost have like fallen
Had been
onto
on,
it,
yeah.
but
So it looks basically Stonehenge-y,
sort of.
sort of thing. What would have been before it got blown apart.
Given your passive perception looking at it, you don't see anything that's above that spot. Like, nothing is on that bit of the stone. On the rest of the stone that's outside of it, there's like dead moss and whatnot. On this section, there is not.
Like nothing was able to grow on it, or
Yeah. At any point, nothing grew.
And it's exuding a
Yeah.
strong magical field, and other than that, that's all I can tell. Okay, well, there's not much more I can
With
do here.
detect magic, you can tell the school of magic. Is
Mhm.
there any recognizable?
If this had a school.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
it's like the other old skirts. Because I'm pretty sure you did detect magic when we were in Tanuli,
Yeah.
by her statue, and you couldn't figure out what it was either.
So it's more
Yeah,
star
well,
magic.
That's why I asked. Because
Yeah.
if it's like it's
Necromancy.
it's
blah, blah,
necromancy,
blah.
it's
Yeah.
then it's like
Necromancy,
okay,
yeah,
then
oh,
that's.
there.
Yeah,
But
no
if
shit.
it's if it had a school, it's like okay, star bullshit.
Yeah.
So
That
I
seems
will.
to be
I'll lock
what it
the
leads
image
to.
into my mind,
The school of astrology.
and I'll try to extrapolate what it would have looked like had a magic surge or whatever happened to it, not knocked it asunder.
Okay.
And then I will try to make a representation of each later for them to see.
Okay.
And I will just fly. How tall is this structure?
Around you, it's open air.
When we
you
get
can just
Get
So
fed
I
up
can
with the
fly.
mushrooms.
I'll
I
fly
wanna
as
talk
much
to
as
the
I can
grandfather.
in a straight line to where I think they will be.
If we have
I'll
enough time for
I'll
that.
meet up.
Well, this didn't
I'll
take
probably
very
beat
long,
them
so
there.
I'm
I'll
sure.
meet up with
Oh, you mean in this
In,
session?
in
Yeah.
session
mushroom
alone.
dudes that are
I just want
outside
to collect
watching
some
us.
mushrooms
Okay.
and not
Or watching them, watching for it.
land
my-
as they're
my
starting to all
greenhouse.
gather up. Are you going to show them right away what it looked like?
Yeah, I'll give them an idea of where that pathway led to. I explained that there was a magical thing, and
Okay.
I will try to show an image of what I think it looked like before, what it looks like now.
Oh, Sean,
so-
you've seen something similar to this.
Oh shit.
Something, except for like the structuring around it and those little pillars. You've seen a platform like this.
Where?
Where? we'll see there was a couple little floating fiery balls, and then a woman touched one, and remember, she got kind of hurt.
Oh, shit.
It was in the crater?
And it is very similar. And that's also where we're gonna leave it today.
Damn it.
A star casket.
So, we'll come back next week and go from there.
Okay, you're gonna explain after we go off what that
No, it's
means.
me. That's how I was created.
We will.
That's
Oh
where I was
shit!
Hey, yeah, we're gonna say that off stream, Chet.
Oh, come on. Sorry.
Giving it the name Star